All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of RNW Podcast. It's your boy Interest We Trust. We got Drew the God, and we have a special guest. It's HB Bitch, aka Sin Batter. There you go.
Oh,
There you go. He's showing up. Thank you for pulling up to the pod, Mr. Batter. Uh,
hold up. Wait a minute.
that sounded crazy. Anyway, let's
Starting off wild. All right,
let's
man.
let's get to the news.
Let me talk to you.
All right, bet. So it's an action packed news, all that. Um, so
Jacket hotter
rumors
than a
are
bitch.
Becky Lynch basically has confirmed that she's coming back to WWE. She's been doing some book signings and she's been at Comic Cons and all kinds of stuff. And I think she was trying to keep it low, but Becky's return is imminent. Most people have their eyes on probably either right after Survivor Series, or she is a part of Survivor Series, or she's coming back closer to Royal Rumble or the debut of Raw on Netflix. What do y'all think about
Mhm.
Becky returning?
I'm cool. She could come back. I mean, I don't want to. Nah, fuck it. I know she was missed. To be honest with you.
Shit. Damn.
That's just my opinion. I know that she was really missed. But yeah, shout out to her coming back. I think the best return for her will probably have to be Royal Rumble. That'd be a nice return. I think her showing up in Survivor Series, not so much, but I think a Royal Rumble return will fit for her. But yeah,
What about the
shout out to her.
Raw debut? I think Raw,
Mm,
that could be fine.
I guess, but then again, I think the expectation for this Raw thing is it's supposed to be crazy, edgy, supposed to hear cursing all over the fucking place. I just don't see her like fitting into that, honestly. But again,
Really?
this is me personally. Like I just
Mm.
mm.
I mean,
um
I would say she had the like in the last 20 years, she probably had the edgiest moment for a woman when she had got her head whooped by Nia Jax by accident and she was just out there bleeding
mm,
wild. That was
that's fair.
probably that's
Good
why
point.
she famous. Like how
Good point.
Undertaker used to be like, I'm gonna make you famous
Hmm.
and he'll leave you bloody
That was
out there.
crazy.
Like now he used to deadbeat. He told Jeff Hardy that and
I
he
know,
made
right?
him famous.
Yeah, I
He
remember
made him
that.
famous. Yeah.
You talking crazy. He was. I'm about to make you famous. What?
Hmm.
HB,
What do you mean by that?
what you think about Becky coming back? And where do you think is the best time for her to return?
I don't give a fuck. I mean,
Damn.
like, all right, let's keep it real. When she was the man, she was wilding. And you know me, I was really with the shit when she was the man. She was going crazy. She was snuffing Charlotte. That shit was dumb funny. But I feel like she like cooled down a lot because her character didn't really change too much. It wasn't too many. There's not too many facets. It's just okay. You went from being happy-go-lucky Becky to super edgy, which was fire. But then you just didn't develop the character after that. So it's just like I really
Well,
don't.
she had a baby and left and came back as like a superstar kind of
Yeah,
like more like a like almost like a model kind of shit,
He was female
right?
Seth
Because she was
Rollins
wearing like the
trying to
weird
be.
fits like Seth be
that's the
wearing and
one.
yeah. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, it's about to be Triple H. About to spit the water. Bugging. Oh,
Got y'all next week.
oh man.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm actually excited.
Okay.
She
like she gonna botch matches. Like I
so
mean,
and look, I agree, right? This last like year and a half run, 2 year run, she has been big botch Becky
Mm.
for
you gotta
sure.
coin that.
Coin that bitch.
Outside of the WrestleMania match with Rhea, there were moments in the matches where like you was expecting her to deliver at a certain level and she wasn't delivering. So boom, cool. I think she took some time off. I think she like recentered herself. She spent time, with her daughter. They had some family time too. Seth was off the road for a bit. Has been off the road a lot this year after WrestleMania. I think she gonna come back with a vengeance because when she returns, Charlotte is on the way back too. It looks like we're gonna have this breakup between Jade and like there's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters all in place at the time when she returns. So I wouldn't be shocked for her to come back and really be on some shit, which would be great. Like if she
Yeah.
comes back and the ring work is back where it used to be at, yeah, that's gonna be solid.
I think the only difference for me would be what's the storyline, what's the play, and that's for her, and that's the only thing that would get me interested.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if we're gonna take the same shit with Charlotte, and the same character with Charlotte, the same shit with Becky, it's like I'm not trying to see that shit. It's like y'all have too many talented women, especially with this mid card title, all kinds of shit that y'all can
Mm-hmm.
really pull and make interesting storylines. The men can't have fire storylines, and the women don't. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you got too many good characters to really pull that off right now. So it's like for me, if they could make it work with a compelling storyline around her, then my interest would be peaked. You know what I'm saying? But if not,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Got it. I bet. After all the teasing for the last like week and a half, almost 2 weeks, rumors are that Seth and Bronson Reed will not be in War Games. It looks like that was an okey doke on WWE's behalf, and we know that Lance and why he just got signed to WWE about a week and a half ago. He's been at the Performance Center for a bit. There's a lot of rumors about Zillow and his opportunities to be there, but then also Hikuleo got signed over the summer. And there's a lot of talk about him also entering the fray. And there's talk about The Rock possibly showing up in Vancouver. So now that Seth and Bronson are not more than likely going to be in War Games, what are your thoughts surrounding this match? This match is like consuming like the business right now.
Yeah, I was just
Like the
thinking that.
rumors
Like,
are insane.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I from the storyline standpoint, I get I like what they're doing with Seth saying like this, like I fucked with you, but I'm not doing that with
Fuck with
Roman.
that nigga Roman.
Fuck that
I'm
nigga
gonna
Roman.
talk about that. Motherfucker, go ahead.
Right?
hmm
I'm like, yo, fuck that
We're
nigga
gonna cut the
Roman.
lights
So it's
on.
like, um, yeah. So, but I feel like this. It makes sense that Bronson Reed and Seth would be in it because again, they're ongoing feud. But now that it seems like they're not, I don't know who else is going to. Again, like you said, you have Hikuleo, you have Zilla, Fatu, all of them. But it's like we don't know, and I think that to Chanel's point earlier, like, we don't know what we're going to get. So it's like I bet. Um, I like it, but again, I just don't know where they're going to go. Honestly, with that.
I think that's the awesome part of it.
Mm,
Like surprise me. You know what I'm saying? Like surprise me. And
mm,
that's where we're going. Like now we don't know who's gonna pop up. We have some indication, but we're not sure if it's really gonna be those folks and whose side they're gonna be on. So it's like and how devastating of a character this person is gonna be as well. Like Jacob came and was bugging the fuck out. So it's like who's next in the fray? You know what I mean? So I like that part of it, which makes wrestling super exciting again. You got this shit popping up in NBA, Coliseums, all kinds of shit. Like people want to know what's next. So I'm excited for that actually. But two, let's cut the lights on. This nigga Seth is a hypocrite.
mm.
Seth is a hypocrite.
Okay, how so?
Go deeper.
Because first of all, he was the first one to screw Roman. And he hit them. Yeah, that was crazy. He hit them
That was set
Oh.
up in that way on purpose. Keep going.
I was trying to think, it was just in my head. It was like, hey yo. Yeah, so um yeah, he was the first one to screw Roman over. He hit him with the chair back in the day. He broke up the whole Shield.
Hmm.
He went rogue and he was wilding out. You know what I'm saying? And he basically messed up their friendship back in the day. And ever since then, they've been on the fray doing their storyline. They never got it together, supposedly.
They
They
did. They
always,
did.
they did for a short while, but then when the bloodline shit happened, they was kind of, they had their moments where they just was, how can I say, knocking heads against each other because they just wanted to,
Hmm.
they didn't know what it was. So with all the crazy shit he done did and cashing in and screw over Roman and all this stuff, Roman get on his shit and was wilding and became the bloodline. Yeah, he was bugging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But now you trying to paint him as this monster like you wasn't the guy that helped create the monster. Like you're not any better than him, to be honest. So don't play this moral high card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
I feel like that's hard for me to agree with, especially because Roman kind of Roman's main success has always come in the group, whether it's the Shield or the Bloodline. He always has some level of backup and stuff in order for him to reach the levels of success and have the crowd behind him, all that. Seth has done that on his own multiple times. So like for me, it's almost like I'm not gonna join his group because he only is successful if he has backing. He's never truly successful on his own. The last time he was on his own, motherfuckers was pouring dog food on his head. So yeah, I don't necessarily blame Seth.
what that got to do with him screwing over his friend and supposedly brother? Like, that don't got nothing to do with like,
I think that group was eventually because Ambrose had long hinted as being the person that was gonna break up the Shield. It just didn't turn out to be Ambrose.
mm-hmm.
They continuously hinted towards that, and Seth and Roman, because they were tag team champions at the time, kept looking at Ambrose like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And Ambrose like, "Oh, I'll never do it. I'll never do it." And then Seth turned out to be the one. Yeah, I don't. I think I've always looked at their relationship as a combative one, whereas like Roman feels like he got screwed over, but at the same time, Roman would have did the same thing if he was in that situation, and he
Well,
proved that when he was on the Bloodline.
well, that happened later on when he did his when he changed his character, when he developed and felt like, "Yo, I have to wild out. I got to take over my family business and go balls to the wall. I don't care, fuck it, and go balls to the wall." Like, so, like, I think that's different. You talking about we're coming in, we had success in NXT, we came in, we took over the WWE.
Well, you know
We
what? He didn't have success in NXT. Ambrose
hold
and
on.
Rollins had success in NXT.
That's cool, but I still, if I'm speaking as Roman, I
Hmm.
still didn't screw you over anything. I didn't hit you in the head with a chair and cause you a match or cause you anything. Like I have never done that to you. You have constantly kind of done that to me. Like you know what I'm saying. So now, if I'm in a position of power where I'm like, man, fuck you. You fucked me over a few times. So I don't care what it is. If I can help you lose a belt, it is what it is. Spade to spade. Did it to me. So that's why I'm like, you can't. They're both wrong. I'm not saying Roman is right, but they're both in a situation where you can't play this high horse with Roman because you ultimately helped create the monster he is. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like,
I don't think I'm disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm saying that I can see it from Seth's perspective as well,
mm, okay.
where like Roman has always relied on having help, and when he's on his own, he can't do anything. So
Mm,
I think Seth's point is like nobody should be helping him. He fucked y'all over. He did you crazy. He treated you like dirt. So why y'all helping him? The same
mm,
thing that Kevin Owens is saying. So if
mm.
we can understand it from Kevin Owens' perspective,
Justified. It's
then we
justified.
should be
Yeah.
able to understand it from
I,
Seth's perspective as
I,
well. Not
I
to
think
say that
both
Seth
sides have a
didn't
point.
screw them, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not to say that Seth didn't screw over Roman before, but he's also one of the few people that's beating Roman straight up, like fair and square too. Like in all
Right.
of WWE. Yeah, he's one of the only people that's pinned him fair and square, no shenanigans, using the chair, like just beat him. And it wasn't a squash. So yeah, I would say they both got a point. I mean, I think that I think this helps this storyline in general, just like infusing them in for a little bit and then taking them
Mm-hmm.
out because that's something that they used to do back in the Attitude Era, where like they would have you might have a tag team match on a Monday night, and it might look like the direction that we going to the pay per view is this, and then like 2 weeks later we realize, oh no, it's something else.
Right.
So
Right.
now we're like on the edge of our seat trying to figure out what it is like they're going to deliver. And I think that like when you were saying you wanted the spontaneity back and you wanted like more exciting storyline, that's exactly what they did by you know foreshadowing them being a part of it and then taking them back out. And now it's like, okay, now they're mystery people. I think that's the allure of like the Royal Rumble is that every year, even though we usually most of the time we get disappointed, we like, yo, 4 or 5 people is gonna come out that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And most
okay.
years it don't really be nobody. Like we be at number 30, like, all right, it's gonna be Kenny Omega right here, like and it'd be like Dolph Ziggler, like, oh fuck man. Like it'd be like a regular person. So like to do that with Survivor Series, the last of the big four that is still in the arena, like to do that with Survivor Series now adds some more interest in that. And maybe Survivor Series next year is in the stadium. Like maybe
I could
they
definitely
pushed
see
it to
that.
that point.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I just don't know who they're gonna. I mean, like you said, you mentioned Hikuleo, you mentioned Zilla, so I just don't know who.
And I don't know what side they will go on.
Right.
Like Zilla, like him and Jacob were a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
So does he join Roman group? Technically, he is more closely related to most of them outside of Solo and Jacob. So like he would want to be on Roman's side more than he would be on. But Jake Hikuleo is related to he got 2 of his brothers on there. So like when he wanted, so it's like who knows how it's gonna turn out.
Wait, who's
Right.
his brothers? Tonga Loa and them?
Tongaloa and Tamatonga.
They're actually his
He's
brothers?
Tamatonga's actual brother. Tongaloa is adopted into their family.
Okay.
But Tamatonga is his like blood brother. I
Yeah.
mean, he looked like him. He just giant, like a giant version of Tamatonga. So, yeah, I mean, I think it brings intrigue to the storyline in a way that like I think everyone thought they figured it out already. Because even what like 3 weeks ago, he was like, "Oh, it's 4-on-4. I guess we're not getting the fifth man." And then it was like, "Oh shit, we're getting a fifth man. Oh, it's gonna be this one. It's gonna be that one." And then it was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be fucking Cody Rhodes. Oh shit, it's gonna be Seth Rollins and
Mm-hmm.
Bronson Reed." And now it's like, "Oh shit, we don't know anything again."
Which is
Get ready
fire.
for this is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet.
Next, they officially made the announcement. Both USA and Netflix made the announcement about what the TV ratings are, and the PG era will be over as of January 1st, 2025. As Raw is moving to TV 14 on Netflix, which again, I don't know for the viewers that saw the Jake Paul Tyson card, them motherfuckers was cursing up a storm on that shit, and that was TV 14.
That was TV
Mm.
14?
That was TV 14 on Netflix. Because again, it's a streaming platform. The threshold for shit is way lower. So like they can do way more. And then uh, because SmackDown is on cable TV, that one is now going to be TVMA, which tells you a lot about what it will be like because early Attitude Era was always TV 14. Once they got to like around 99, 2000, that's when it switched
Oh.
What you said is gonna be TVMA?
SmackDown. Because it's on
On
cable TV. So you only like for TVMA, right? On cable TV, you can only do so much before it hits TVMA. Which is why I said like on Netflix, you could do way more before it reaches TV 14. It sounds confusing, but you got to remember
Mm-hmm.
how many eyes can see cable TV and how many eyes can see Netflix.
mm,
So
Okay.
Netflix is behind a paywall. Like cable is, but like to a certain extent, it's still more regular that people can just turn on the cable TV and see, flick through the channels and accidentally see SmackDown. So if they do some wild shit, it immediately is like, oh, it's TVMA. So it might not
Okay.
even be too many curse words or like people bleeding and shit, and it automatically is gonna reach that, which is the highest level for TV.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
so both shows gonna be wilding, essentially.
Pretty
It's
much
essentially,
WWE
so
in whole, everything gonna
PG
be
era is
wild.
over officially January 1st. So I
Mm.
know we were hoping that that was the case, but now it's official. It's over, and NXT is actually gonna stay TV PG.
Mm. Okay.
I'm about to send my application. I'm about to go wrestle. Fuck it.
Fucking no.
I could curse. It's lit.
Well, I mean, thanks for the breakdown because at first I was confused. How the hell is TV
Yeah.
14 on Netflix? But anyway, I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. I think this is going to be a good product. Like WWE is already putting on a good product now. I just think that it's going to get better. I guess my only concern would be is they don't get too crazy, like a curse word every other word type shit. Um, but
I
just
think there
give us.
might be some characters though that do like. I think some people's characters will then eventually want like. I don't know if y'all remember The Godfather.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Like if that was on TV today, that's TVMA. Like everything he says
Mm-hmm.
is like a sexual
yeah.
innuendo. Like
Calling people hoes.
the whole train,
Mm, offering
pimping
up
ain't
his hoes
easy.
for yeah,
Yeah,
offering up
yeah
his hoes to people like, listen, we can have this
And you.
match, or you can take one of
Mm-hmm.
my hoes home.
And you, I know you love hoes.
You, you see
Fucking
what I'm like, just imagine what that would be like on today's TV. Like, so I
travesty.
guarantee, Trey, like, I agree. It definitely probably can't be like people wilding the whole time, but at the same time, it's like some people might just be like, some people might jump out the window. Like when Seth and Matt Riddle was going back and forth, and he was
Mm,
cursing
Mm-hmm.
at Matt Riddle, like, that might be certain people character now. Or
And I'm
like
with it.
Stone Cold. Like, Stone Cold is the I don't even know how he was on TV. To
Mm-hmm.
keep it a
right.
stat for the conservative 90s, like what?
Now
I'm
KO
with
about
it.
to bug out.
KO is gonna be wilding. KO is going. Listen, I am with this because it gives a more realism feel. Because it's like there's
Yeah.
no way you going screw me over in the match, hit me in the head with a kendo stick, whatever, or do a vignette, set my house on fire, whatever. And I'm not cursing. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like that brings a ounce of realism back to it, and that's why we actually enjoyed it because even though we was younger, we didn't really know no better. But our parents was watching this shit too, like, oh, this shit fire. Like, because it was more of an adult centric kind of entertainment. So I'm with it. If y'all gonna curse, curse. Fuck it. Let's do it. I'm with it. Storylines are gonna be better too.
Mhm.
Storylines are gonna be way better because they
I
don't have
don't,
to
I don't feel like that's a guarantee based on that.
because now they don't have to flirt in between the lines in terms of dialogue or oh yeah we can't do this because this would be too edgy or like they have the realms to write freely now they may pick and choose what they want to do. We're not gonna get no crazy shit crazy stuff, but it will open up the door for us to get better storylines, probably better footage outside of the ring when we things that we used to get. Remember when Triple H showed up Randy Orton house with a sledgehammer and threw him out the
Yeah,
window? That was crazy. Brian Pillman had the blicky. That was crazy.
that was actually
Like,
crazy. Nigga, that was insane.
come
Mm.
on,
At
like
least the Triple H shit looked a little staged. That Brian Pillman shit look insane, nigga.
that just looked dead real. Like they had to apologize for that. That was
That shit was
like
out of pocket.
I'm with it.
Okay. Uh,
So yeah, that, I mean, it's good news. Um, Also, there's a lot of chatter about WWE having uh already taped shows for this coming Thanksgiving weekend next week, as well as preparing to tape shows ahead of time for the week of Christmas. This would actually, for the first time in the company's history, allow for wrestlers to take that entire week off after Monday Night Raw, and not have to return back to work until the following Raw. So
I'm with
no
it.
SmackDown, no Raw. If like I think Christmas they'll end up with no Raw and no SmackDown that week.
Hmm.
It'll be
Well,
tape
it's gonna be
shows.
taped. It's gonna
It
be
will be
taped,
tape.
right?
So like
Yeah.
whenever they do the Raw the week before, they'll essentially shoot a second Raw.
Hmm. And they've actually done that a few times, to my
They do
knowledge,
it for the
especially
Saudi shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
leading up to Crown Jewels, they were pretty much doing that, and I think it's dope. I think it really goes along with the initiative that Triple H is, pushing forward, with the direction of WWE, saying like, you guys deserve a break. Like, you're not going to
Mhm.
be working 300 days, you know, in a year. Like, you're going to take some
Mhm.
time off. You get to, have that work-life balance essentially. And I think it's dope coming from a wrestler. He worked those days. He was a part of that. So I think it's dope that he's, pushing forth that initiative, for the rest of the game. It makes everybody healthier, makes everybody continue want to come to work, make them happy and all of that. So yeah, I think it's dope.
HB, what you think?
I mean, you said everything I was gonna say. I mean, I think it's just it's a good initiative. Maybe keep
Mhm.
wrestlers a little bit more fresh, possibly lessen injury. So I think that's good. I mean, just don't let me know that it's taped. Like, do your thing. Put your
But you can't
put
help that.
your.
Social media is so,
Yeah.
you can't really
Hmm.
help that. Like, people who I've seen, like, even with the tape ones for Crown Jewel, like, I see what
Mhm.
was going to happen next week because people who stayed for
Went to
the
the
second
show.
taping,
Hmm.
they posted it online. So like, look, social media, you can't stop social media. So they can only do so much.
Yeah, yeah. I think y'all get like a medal for posting this shit early. Like, calm down, son. Like, some of us want
Why I feel like you
the
about to smoke them? Like,
nah, because
bitch
it's
ass
like, oh,
niggas. Why y'all posting that shit, nigga? I should come see you. What's your IP address, nigga?
damn. Like, y'all get a check for that shit. Like, relax. Some
Yeah.
people want to be surprised and go along with the show and the storyline. Y'all just be posting shit early. Sometimes some people may be looking forward to watch an episode of Raw or something because they had nothing else to do or they're tired in that day. Yeah, I come and fuck it
Hmm.
up. Like so. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple of dope things about cutting the schedule. Cutting the schedule is like y'all said, it's gonna keep people fresher. I think also I think they sacrifice a lot with their personal relationships
Hmm.
by being on the road so much. But also I think it was Leo Rush, maybe like 3, 4 years ago. It might have been like right around COVID. Leo Rush was talking about what it costs to be on the road because the independent contractors, their travel is not paid for or organized by WWE. They got to do it themselves. And he was saying that he was making like 350 a year when he was under contract, and they would travel close to 300 days. That was costing him close to 200K a year. And like some of that, he was saying you could get down to maybe like 150 if you like share some rentals here and there, stuff like that. Split a hotel room here and there, stuff. But like they go into the biggest cities across this country, across the world, and they coming out of pocket. I think the only time that they don't have to pay is when they go like overseas and shit. Like
Hmm.
WWE covers that and like flies them out, but if the schedule goes from 300 to like 200 or like 180, man, that's got to save them close to 100,000.
Hmm.
It's like nearly half the dates. So I think that's also dope. But it is funny that the guys in AEW who essentially chose AEW because the schedule was lighter, and Triple H had the whole dig of they didn't want to grind. But
hmm
you just
Hmm.
removed the grind, bro. Like
Hmm.
you got rid of the grind, but it's kind of like it's funny on both. Like Triple H, you got rid of the grind, and then them, y'all should have expected that a wrestler running the company would think deeper about how the wrestlers get treated. Y'all just
Not necessarily.
assumed that
Pause.
he would keep it like they. It seems like they just assumed that he would keep it status quo because he like married into that family.
I mean, like he was negotiating with Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay essentially chose AEW because of the scheduling. So at that point in time, he wasn't.
Okada too. Okada
It,
chose it for like a bunch of them that went over there in the last year chose it because they said the schedule was lighter. And now the
yes,
schedule is significantly lighter than it was, but it's not like AEW. They wrestling like 100 times a year.
yeah. So like
It's
the
still
thing is, well look how they wrestle.
It's
I
their
mean,
style. Yeah, their style
yeah,
is
it's a
crazy.
style. The thing is like you didn't indicate to them anything that about these changes, so you can't. I'm not going to
We
put that on those wrestlers.
I'm saying we don't know that what he ended like again, like when he met with the Young Bucks prior to like AEW getting started and Kenny Omega, they offered them creative control and they turned that shit down to go to AEW.
It might be, bro. It might have been something. Listen, at that point in time, we don't. Although we may be wrestling heads, we don't know the deep downs of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So it might have been something else that was in there that turned them off, and they're like, "I'm going to AEW because it might have been a little bit better on this term than over here." So I can't really blame them. You know, it is ironic that you come in at Will Ospreay and you went and made that change too. So it was like, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, I felt like if you was gonna do that and you told them, even if you told them you was gonna do that, people still gonna be like, "Yo, I gotta see it to believe it." Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times they probably got hit with the okey doke. Yo, if you come over, we got you, blah, blah, blah. Then they get there.
Psych.
They psych, nigga. And
Psych
you
like
signed
that.
3 years. Yeah, and if you don't like, I'll bury you and fuck your career up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, I can't really blame them. Now that he's actually done it and he's going to put it into play and there's going to be some bylaws behind it, it might make it more attractive for people to be like, oh, fuck it, I might have to come fuck with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
They doing different shit now. That's all like,
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see how it plays out. I just think it's dope, for the wrestlers that got families and shit, and live mad far away. Like, say they live in Cali, and most of them be on the East Coast or whatever, or vice versa. What
you see
happened? That
that?
shit liquor?
It's blurred. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, and you blurred your background.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You sure that's water, my
It
nigga?
might
Or
not be
Niggas,
liquor.
that shit.
Vodka.
What was that Sprite? Man, this nigga bugging. Um, Last
It's
news
cold drink.
story related to the show is that we gonna live stream Survivor Series.
yes,
So
sir.
tap in. We about to have a dope little setup for y'all. We might figure out some ways to do some polls during it, all that. But you're gonna get live reactions from RNW in the moment. Come watch Survivor Series with us. You know what I mean? Put
Pull up.
Survivor Series on the TV. Grab your
Mm-hmm.
iPad or your phone or something and join the live stream. Jump in the chat. You could talk about
Absolutely.
how the bed general be wilding, or NY Knight be bugging, or Sim Batter got the crazy jacket, 8701 jacket. I ain't never seen a brown 8701 jacket before. Like, come through.
I should have one. Fuck you talking about?
That shit was black,
you
bro. That shit
know
was
the You
black.
Remind Me video.
Nah, he
It was
didn't have a
brown.
brown one. He didn't have a
Yeah,
He
brown one.
did?
yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta
yeah,
watch that shit again.
yeah, yeah. Try to play
The
me.
fuck? It
Fuck
sound like
out of
disaster.
here.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah.
bet.
So we're gonna have a live stream. More information coming soon. But tap in. We're gonna get
Yes,
started
sir.
right. I think we're gonna start when the show starts. We ain't gonna do the pre-show.
Facts.
Nah,
We ain't
That's
gonna
too
do the
great. It's too
pre-show.
great.
who watches
Yeah.
the pre-show? No, I'm just
Facts. I ain't gonna lie, I be missing that shit every time. I'm
Facts.
all the pre-show on. Next thing I know, I done missed half of the first match.
Yeah,
again, that would
first
be
of all, N1
on.
Night might be there.
Okay, bet.
Again, that will be on November 30th. Again, same day as Survivor Series. I believe
Same
Survivor Series
time.
has an early start time of like 6 p.m. So
6 p.m. Eastern, yep.
yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, guys, please pull up and just join us. All right, bet. All right, so we're gonna move on to the discussion. Uh, and at this week's discussion, we're going to talk about the cultural significance of what we all consider to be our goats, our greatest of all times. And more specifically, like who and where do we see like their influence today? For example, the first one that pops up to my head is like Stone Cold Steve Austin, right?
Hmm.
Till this day, that whole "what" chant still goes. And I mean, what
I
he
forgot
did
about
with,
that.
you know what I mean? To this
Hmm.
day, people are cutting promos, and the crowd is what, to the point that some of the talent is either
They
getting
get
tight or
tight.
they're getting tight and then reacting to it, and it's like, yo, that's one of the, like, it's not the biggest one, but it's one of the ones that pop in my head when I think about that. It's like these our goats are considered like top tier and in what they've done or what they brought to the business from a wrestling standpoint, also to like just the fans and how they react to wrestling today. So it's like that's big. Like who else do y'all think made that big impact?
I mean, I go with I add to the Stone Cold. Stone Cold's run ends and like in ring run ends in like the mid 2000s and shit. And this man still has a wrestler who's damn near wrestling with his exact same
Mm-hmm.
moveset, all that. Just he's a little more athletic and he heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Like
KO.
he's found a way to take all Stone Cold moves, add it to the shit that he does, and he's making that shit work. And he got the blessing to do the stunner. So like when I look at Kevin Owens, one of the things that people don't know about Kevin Owens is the same way that Stone Cold was killing the merch with the shirts. Kevin Owens is known for the fucking shirts.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally known for the shirts, whether it's a KO shirt or when we get close to WrestleMania, he do the KO Mania shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Like them shits ring off. Stone Cold, the only person I remember at that time in WWE who was like outside of like DX, like a group, a singular individual who was moving shirts. And all he had to do was like, oh, I'm gonna put orange on the back of the shirt. And that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be the difference. And niggas, oh, I'm buying it. Buying it. Them 316 shirts, back
I still
then, that
want
shit
them.
was like wearing a gold chain, bro. Like you
I
you
still
ain't
want
want
them.
motherfuckers to fuck with you if you had that 316 shirt on.
Facts. Facts.
Hmm.
What
Trying
about
to think
you?
who else.
I'm
I think
trying
it's
to
a
think.
few people. I think if you got Stone Cold, you got The Rock. They created a whole show for him,
Mm-hmm.
like
SmackDown. Okay, okay.
SmackDown.
That's the
They
rock.
created
Yeah.
video games after him. SmackDown, just bring it, know your
Know your
role.
role,
Just,
right?
Mm-hmm.
like all his
Taglines. Mm-hmm.
catchphrases and
Mm-hmm.
taglines is either shows or video games. Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or the merch go crazy with the Brahmo Bull shirts and all
I
that.
mean the bloodline too. Like I would honestly give him some of that too.
Mm,
Like I
I
don't
mean,
see
yeah.
how you could avoid. You can't talk about the bloodline without talking about The Rock because when Roman won that Royal Rumble, who was there in the ring raising his hand?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
it's true, family business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a few guys in WWE like that. You got Ric Flair. You got
Mm-hmm.
like
Absolutely.
he's every rapper
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the wrestlers that kind of gave rappers they swag and they kind of took
Yeah.
it and make it their own. Like because the much shit he used to talk, how flashy he was wild. Like Ric Flair is one of them. Till this day, like like you say, "Whoa!" outside, somebody's gonna whoa come back with it. Like it's gonna happen. I'm guarantee it. Like you know what I'm saying. Somebody's gonna yell it back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say Ric Flair is up there.
Yeah. I
There's a
mean, you
few
got
guys.
you got DX. Anybody that's in, like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, all of
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we say it all the time, but the amount of times we all probably got sent to the principal's office for fucking doing the circuit and
Mm-hmm.
all of that shit. But again, it's like I feel like, and it's crazy because we all think about like the Attitude Era, but even in the like even before that, you still got, well, Bret Hart was still I guess, in the Attitude Era, the early stages of the Attitude
Mm-hmm.
Era.
New
Uh,
generation attitude. Yep.
yeah. So yeah, Bret Hart. I'm sure again, even in wrestling now, people are like, "Yo, now Bret Hart is he's my favorite wrestler," and like
I think like the technicians.
yeah, the
Like when I
technicians
when I think
exactly.
of like really good in ring people, like the first thing I think about is like Bret Hart. Like Chad
Hmm.
Gable to me is like a mix of Kurt Angle and Bret Hart. Like if
Hmm.
you could take they two styles, that's Chad
Hmm.
Gable.
Yeah, exactly. And then you think about Kurt Angle, even
Kurt
Kurt
Angle as
Angle,
well. Hmm.
and like you got, but just bringing like actual wrestling moves, not just your flashy ones like German soup, all the different suplex, belly to belly, submission, like German suplexes, submission moves. There's like a lot. And you gotta say it, Shawn
Mark
Michaels.
Angle.
Like I'm not
Hmm.
saying he's
Oh,
also
Shawn Michaels.
not
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm.
unavoidable.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that he created the super kick, but let's
He
keep
made
it a
it
stack. He
famous.
made he made the super kick popping. You
He
feel
made it
me?
famous.
So and everybody got a damn super kick now. Everybody
Hmm.
is doing a super kick.
I
So
used to do it in
Yeah.
like,
middle school. Kick the shit out of people.
mm,
That's crazy. I'm calling his
that's crazy.
dean. Um,
But yeah,
that's
like yeah.
crazy.
I'm trying to think who else. Like John. I'm saying John Cena.
I think
Mm.
John Cena is there. I think it is definitely there because we're looking at Cody. Like when you can build, I think like the same way that Hulk Hogan was the super, like top tier baby face, do all the right things type shit. And
Hmm.
like we were like, oh, we can never see that again after we saw the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression, and then John Cena did it, and it was like, oh shit, we can do it again. And then after John
Hmm.
Cena did it, and every time he came out, he got the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chance. It was
Hmm.
like, oh, we'll never see that again because it don't work. Like the fans are too smart. And then here we go with Cody, same thing.
Right.
So like, I think like some of those abilities to like play to the crowd at that level, you got to take some stuff from the people who over there doing it, years before. And then when you look at the merch, Cody's merch, it sounds more than everybody else's, just like John Cena's did in his era, just the same way that Hulk Hogan shit did in his era.
Right.
I said Undertaker for the moment
Oh yeah,
because he came
spooky,
in
spooky motherfuckers.
scary character, and then he never broke character for like 30 years.
He did do the American Badass
He
though
cha-
for a
he
little
changed his
bit.
character. So don't
Nah,
get
he
me
probably
wrong.
changed, bro. He brought character.
He changed his character, but in terms of like, how can I say this? You know how some wrestlers they leave the arena and you get them on camera and they're just themselves.
Oh, okay, yeah,
He will stay in character, whether it was the Undertaker, whether it was the American Badass. He was a method actor. Like he never broke character. He
Hmm.
just
Well,
stayed in character the whole time.
they claim that the American Badass is who Mark Calloway actually is,
I think
which
so.
is why he wanted to do that
Yeah,
character for a while. Yeah.
I think so. It looks like it just. I think that's really him, like you said. Like it's actually believable. Like yeah, you like motorcycles, you like wearing a bandana, you might snuff a
MMA.
motherfucker, you like
Hmm.
a little bit of the MMA. Like so, although he basically did himself, he was so talented in portraying the Undertaker that he could just play himself in
Right.
the ring, and the
Hmm.
shit went over.
Hmm.
And he's power bombing the shit out of people, change his finishing move, all that. Like
Yeah.
so,
Shit, fuck it. If we gonna do that, I ain't gonna hold you. Psycho Sid, R.I.P. who died this year, and Kevin Nash in the '90s, they took that power bomb shit to another level, and it got to the point where like I remember like in the like early 2000, like around the Attitude Era, it didn't matter if you was watching WCW or if you was watching WWE. The same way how everybody do super kicks today, or they do the
Hmm.
little dive between the rope or over the top rope shit today, they was doing everybody doing power bombs. Fucking Rey Mysterio was doing fucking power bombs. And
yeah.
cruiserweight, like bro, everybody had a power bomb. Even you was never winning with it. It's like a super kick. You ain't gonna win. Like they can
Mm.
win with it, but like when you see, like if you seen the jackknife, Kevin Nash like 6'11". Motherfuckers really power bombing you and just dropping you from his height.
Right.
And then Psycho Sid was like legit driving
Driving
people.
you
Yeah.
into
And
the
then
mat.
the Undertaker doing the last ride, he picks you up and then lifts you even higher.
And then do some wild shit.
Yeah, so
And
like I do gotta get like that influence is there, and you still see, Kevin Owens is doing a pop up power bomb,
That
Gunther
shit
uses
fire.
a power bomb, like you still see shades of that today.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I got more. I think we
There's a
hit
few
pretty
more.
much. Okay, so
You
let's
got
hear it.
the Dudley Boys.
Okay.
Oh
They
yeah, I
they
mean,
were they
yeah.
were legends in ECW for
Hmm.
their hardcore style, and then
Excuse
people think
me.
they couldn't translate in WWE.
Hmm.
They was able to translate it and still maintain their rugged edginess. And then when they needed it, they turned it on when they did them table ladders and chair matches.
Hmm.
And
Power
then
bombing old ass women and shit.
yeah, that was fire. I don't care. Bring that back.
And when you think about their influence in today, every time there's a no disqualification or hardcore match, wherever it can, people are chanting, "We want tables. We
Hmm
want
Hmm.
tables. We want tables." I don't believe people were chanting that shit before the Dudleys came about. So it was like they made tables fire.
Yell out Devon at a wrestling event and see what happens.
Right.
You see what
Again,
happens.
even when they were on TV, and all you have to do is say, Devon, the whole damn arena, get the tables. It's like,
Yeah,
yo,
fact. Yeah, I give it to
And the
the Hardys
stuttering.
too, though. I give it to the Hardys too because when you look at,
yes.
like, if you look at the machine guns,
Hmm.
that very. If you look at the Young Bucks, very much the
Hmm
Hardys. I can't really say the Lucha Bros. I would say they probably more like the Guerreros, like
Hmm.
Chavo and Eddie, or like Eddie and Ray when they
hmm
would tag together. But like when I look at some of the teams today, like you see like a direct connection. Same with the Hart Foundation. Like I think when you look at the tag teams today, you can look back at a tag team from 10, 15, 20, even 30 years ago and like uh FTR, like they are very much like the Hart Foundation. Neidhart and Bret Hart, they wrestle like them, they tag like them. Everything is damn near the same.
Hmm.
And actually, when Bret Hart got attacked at the Hall of Fame, FTR is the person that beat up the fan that jumped in the ring. So like
Oh
like
yeah.
they like tapped in. So yeah, I think that I think that's a good sign for wrestling. Like I know some people are like, oh, they hate when they see shit repeat itself. But I think
Hmm.
there's certain things that like need to stay in the game. Like maybe we need to not see it for a little bit, but when it
Hmm.
comes back, it's
We can
like
appreciate it more.
who the skinny dude on NXT, the skinny black dude.
Or that's
Young, that's
HBK
my
right
guy.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
young
Yeah.
OG.
that motherfucker is Shawn Michaels.
Essentially.
He's
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
He's Shawn Michaels. Like everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
and he works with Shawn Michaels.
Hmm
So this
But we
it's almost like he pouring extra like gas on the fire. Like, oh nah, you thinking about doing? Nah, do that shit. Do
hmm
that shit.
I, I think how can I say? Ain't nothing wrong with taking from a wrestler, but just add your spice to it.
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
like, all
Oh,
right,
that's
you
what I was
like,
gonna say. Okay, yeah,
yeah, like Javon from the young OG from
yeah.
NXT,
Hmm.
like he's literally Shawn Michaels, but he has a lot of him, but also his flair to it. So you're not even really connecting the dots to Shawn Michaels till you realize, oh, he works with him. The same thing with Trick Williams. He worked directly with Booker T.
Hmm. And you
And
see
then
it.
you see
Hmm.
it. They both tall, both was stocky. Remember, Booker T was extra stocky at one point. Like this,
He always brolic.
yeah. Like
Hmm.
you see that. Like you see it translating from these guys. Like some of the same move sets. They took some of their moves. They put their thing. Put their own sauce on it. So it's like it's cool to see it. Just make it to your own. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
You know what I realized when you said that? Man, Seth and Roman, and like, stay with me. I'm gonna sound like Ocho Cinco. Like, stay with me now. Tell me they not Triple H.
I see
Tell me they
Seth
not.
more. I see Seth more than Roman.
Think
In my
about, so Triple H does maybe 7 signature moves in the pedigree. Tell me what Roman does when he's in the ring. He got about 7 signature moves, and either finishes with the spear or the Superman punch. He doesn't have a true. He doesn't have like a true finisher. Both cerebral characters. They always trying to outsmart the other person.
More
not
so
Both of
even
them.
Seth.
now.
I think more so Seth. Roman came
Again,
into that a little bit, but I feel like that's more so Seth.
you know why you want to say that? Because Seth was a heel longer. Triple H was a heel longer. How long did you see Triple H as a babyface?
I don't remember. In my
Wait,
book, Triple
do
H
you see what I'm
is
saying?
a forever
Like,
heel.
yeah,
In my book.
like even when he was a babyface, it seemed like he more was like a tweener because he was in DX, but they was doing heelish shit. But
Mm-hmm.
like, we
Anti-hero.
fucked with them. You know what I mean? We fucked with them because they was cool. They wasn't even they was heels. They was cool, nigga. So we was with it.
They was fighting
Like,
against the establishment.
nah,
They was
Stone
going
Cold was
against
playing
this.
against this. Nah, they wasn't playing. They was just doing shit, bro.
They
Someone
just fighting
came
just to
out with
fight.
sausages on TV and shit. They was bugging, bro. They was bugging. Like, they was bugging out, talking about people had sunny days and shit. If you really look at it, like, take a look. Roman as a heel is a lot like Triple H at the helm of DX, and Seth as a heel is a lot like Triple H. Outside of him using the pedigree, like, remove that from the equation.
Mm-hmm.
I still get more Seth, and it's not even
I'm
Seth
I'm telling you,
because
go
you know
look.
why? You know why? It's the way how he tries to outsmart people besides the pedigree. Like he's always trying to get the one up on you, the same way that Triple H would do. Like Triple H essentially knew like he didn't have the best move set, although
He's the
Seth does have
game.
a great move set. Yeah, he knew
Hmm.
he didn't have the best move set. He knew there was other threats like the Undertaker and Kane and Stone Cold and them. So he would use his wits to get around, which he displayed that in the Generation X, and then he displayed that on his own, and it played into the kayfabe came into play when he
Mm.
married Stephanie for real, and then you see
That's
how
some
he
wild
was
shit.
getting pushed. Yeah, he was getting pushed a certain kind of way now. So I could see that with Seth. You know what I'm saying? He took on the architect moniker, and he was out here setting plays, running plays on people and shit like that. Roman, I don't really get that so much. Roman, I feel like Roman low key created something on his own, like
Um,
because he was. Hold on, stay with me now. Because he was trash as a baby face. So like with him going with Paul Heyman, people thought he was about to be all the same quote unquote Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman's just his mouthpiece, blah 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 blah. Nah, he came out was talking crazy. He was looking at the fans talking crazy. He was getting ruthless. He power bombing people out the ring. He hit people with golf carts. That was crazy. He was hitting people with golf carts. Like he just became ruthless, a ruthless shit talker that would do anything to get on to stay on top. So I don't know.
tell me that's not Triple H.
Then there's a lot of them that's like that. I don't know. I
Not,
don't know.
I
I don't
think
know.
those two
I
in
don't get that
particular
too much.
stick out in a. Yeah, those two in particular, and if you go back and go listen to audio of matches that Triple H had, that shit talking to the camera and to the crowd while he beating somebody up, it's there.
Mm.
Roman just started doing that when he became a heel. It's there. You can go back. Part of the reason why JR will be calling him a son of a bitch.
I would see, and that was gonna be my point. I said I do see similarities between JR and Triple H with Michael Cole and Roman,
Oh, and
and
Roman.
in the
Mm-hmm.
way, yeah, in the way that the matches are being called, because Michael Cole would be pissed. I think he'd be pissed every time Roman fucking won.
He
He's
more
like, oh
angry
my
than
god,
us, nigga.
yeah.
Like,
He's like,
ain't
I
even that
can't
deep.
believe it. like what the hell are you doing or whatever, like anything, like he gave that emotion. So I would definitely I see that similarity between the two. Um, I guess I got to go back again and really study
Mm.
and look at
Saying to go, yeah, go
the
tap
matches.
into to
Yeah.
some of Triple H's shit when he got the belt and he not trying to get that shit up. Like before WCW comes, like actual attitude there, and not like evolution and shit.
Hmm.
Like that Triple H, and then really pay attention to the changes that Roman made when he became heel. A lot of that shit that you like is shit that Triple H used to do that you hated. You just
Hmm.
like it now because it's cool and it's different for Roman because when he was a babyface, like we all have, he was trash. That shit was trash. That was a horrible character. It didn't work. It never got traction. So now he's doing something different. Like I think a lot of people borrow from the past and we don't realize they borrow from the past because we don't know it or we don't remember it as good as we did before. But like as you was mentioning, like Son in NXT taking Shawn Michaels shit and giving it his own flair. I believe that Roman and Seth have done that in their own ways. Now Roman more limited athletically than Seth. Where Seth could fucking wrestle any kind of style, shit that Triple H could never even imagine to do. But like Roman, that style not that different. He just got a different move set than Triple
Hmm.
H.
Okay.
But
But
Michael
yeah.
Cole, I need you to call Roman a son of a bitch. Let's bring it back.
Oh, January 6th.
Yeah, let's bring that shit back.
Yeah. Well, now he can't call him a son. He a face now.
He a face now.
He got
Find
to
a
Unless he
way.
turn
call
in heel. Unless he
somebody. I'll
turns
call
heel.
Jacob or some of a bitch. That's what I
Who?
need. Jacob. Somebody need it because Jacob gonna do some.
They
When we
might
get
get
on the
kicked.
other side of that
They got to
shit,
chill.
Jacob hitting somebody with a barbed wire bat or something.
Hmm. And he gonna
First of
talk
all,
crazy to him.
and he gonna talk dope. Like he was
He
talking
gonna
crazy.
talk
I'm like,
crazy.
I thought this was a mixtape. I'm like, yo, you hear this man talking? Yeah,
Talking
like
crazy.
yo, he trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit, I ain't even meant Yokozuna, Rakishi,
Yeah.
oh
Umaga.
yeah, that's a
Their
given.
influences.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they shit is all over the place. Like you look at Solo, you look at Jacob,
That
you
whole
look at the
family,
Usos. Yeah,
the whole
like,
Samoan dynasty, that whole shit is it's going to continue to go. And that's the crazy part is like that's I don't know, it's a side, it's a different separate conversation, but when they talk about the royal families of wrestling, like the Samoans, that bloodline, it's crazy. Like,
mhm.
and they're going to keep going. I don't think it's going to stop. I don't think it's going to ever be a point where someone who's not related to somebody is
Shit.
going to be there.
Every time y'all say something, it just remind. I mean, Dusty and Goldust. Cody is
Hmm.
literally keeping those legacies going when they could have disappeared at this point. Like Trey just said, there's multiple royal families in wrestling. Like that's literally in Cody's theme
Hmm.
song. Man, it's so fitting that this man comes back and that's in his theme song. He comes back at a time where there's a new royal family running wrestling. And
Hmm.
not talking about the people who's the signing the checks, but talking about like the Anawahi Fatu family is running wrestling. So it's like
Hmm.
it's more than one royal family in wrestling. It's like there's a lot of them when you start thinking about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, nah, it's dope. It's good to see that contributions from before don't get just left in the past. Where like, you should go watch that match or what? Nah, I can see some of that shit today.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like Chanel said, we can see that shit outside of wrestling too, like with the rappers and we got NFL, NBA players doing wrestling fucking celebrations when they scoring and winning games and shit.
Hmm.
I
Like that's
also think
big.
it's just opportunity. I think certain guys don't get the opportunity to make an impact, and like the ones that do, it brings something different. And like I like the young guys coming up. the Carmelo Hayes, the Trick Williams,
Mm.
the Javon, the young OG fella. Like, there's another one that's in there. He has kind of long braids, light skinned
Wesley.
fella. Yeah, like you got
Mm-hmm.
these guys in there that's they can wrestle any kind of style. Most of them are high flyers, but they can bust out a power move set when needed. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like they're multi versatile and they're not. How can I say? They can be themselves, authentically be
Authentically.
themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't have to change their character and themselves, like almost like what Kofi Kingston had to do to kind of and Xavier Woods to kind of get that run. Like they couldn't be themselves. So it's like you see Javon, he talking crazy. He using idioms that we use in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
colloquials that we only we know. He's using that on TV. Same as
Mm-hmm.
Trick. Same as Carmelo. Carmelo, he can. Carmelo's really Shawn Michaels, low key. Like they can
He
really.
also. Mm-hmm.
Like he's
Mm-hmm.
really Shawn. He's like in the flesh, Shawn Michaels.
Andrade is Guerrero as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
hmm So I mean, I just feel like these guys have to get the opportunity to bring in the new generation because what Triple H got to understand is it's not the old, which I think he does. It's not the old way of doing things anymore. Like we're moved away from that. Social media is the thing that's pushing folks into the fray. Social media and young folks. So you got to let the young guys go off if you want your product to succeed. So
No, that's a
Absolutely.
fact.
Absolutely. All right, yeah. Great discussion, guys. All right, y'all. So yeah, we'll go ahead into the weekly shows talking about Raw. With Raw, it was pretty, packed, I guess you could say. Started off, with I want to first talk about, Damian Priest, Gunther stuff. Damian Priest talking his shit because Gunther usually talks his shit, but Damian Priest is talking his shit now. And I like it. Um, honestly, he's giving Damian is making Damian Priest be more enjoyable, in my opinion, than what he was doing before when he was
Yeah.
champion. So I like how that's going. What do y'all feel about that?
He didn't need the Judgment Day played out. Like he just don't need that no more. He didn't need it. And like now we're looking at they group, and I know I said that in a different episode, but like it's time to just shake that whole shit up and give them all something better to do than running around together. Because now it just doesn't have the same cohesion. And it's like now that Priest is not dealing with that shit, he's actually focused. Because before he was like worried about shit with Finn and he got trying to help Rhea and
Hmm.
is Dom cheating or like nigga you the champion, bro. Why you worried about that shit?
Right.
Like so like it was cool while it lasted. This is way better for him. Now, do I think he's gonna beat Gunther? Probably not. Gunther probably gonna hold that shit for the next like 600 days. You feel me? He about to
that'd be
cook
crazy.
everybody up. Like he about to cook everybody up, or he'll lose at WrestleMania to like somebody we're not expecting him to lose to or some shit. Which I don't mind because like sometimes you gotta shake it up a little bit. But yeah, it's good to see Priest on his own. Like, cause I think he could carry himself on his own.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I feel about that
I'm
as
a you
well.
know I'm an Imperium member, but
That's true.
Oh, so you ain't fucking with Priest at all right now.
no,
That's
I
your
want
man,
Priest to
but that's
win.
not your man.
No, I want
Oh
Priest to win.
shit.
Yeah, I want Priest to win.
They about to
I,
kick you out of Europe, nigga. They taking your beamer back, nigga. They about to come scoop your shit. Louis Kaiser about to be at your door. Like,
I beat Luke. I beat his ass. Trying to pick up my whip. I beat his ass. Well, he like what 150? Skin
that
like
nigga way
soaking
more.
wet.
Nah, he bigger than that.
How tall he is?
Say right now.
That's crazy. So he
You gotta
beat
be
his
like
ass.
250. You gotta be like two something plus. Fuck with me. Fuck out of here.
He's 6'3", 209. Have fun.
I ain't worried
He's
about
your
that.
age too.
Fuck, yeah, let's go. Man. Let's go. And I fuck with Ludwig actually, but if you want to fight, you gotta
Oh, so
shake
you
it.
fucking motherfuckers with the Nazi cut. Okay.
His cut is crazy. He got the cleanest Nazi fade. No.
Yo.
Yo, insane.
Nah, but nah, I like Damian winning. I feel like we all could see uh get my thoughts again. We all could see what's his name winning. Um
Up there.
Gunther.
Under.
Like he's a common product for the WWE. We can see him win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I do like his character though. His character is actually fine. I actually like his character. So I'm with it
Hmm.
with him keeping the championship either way. But I feel like if Damian wins, it just adds another powerhouse into the fray. We don't have no more Undertakers. We don't have no more Canes. We don't have no more. You know what I'm saying? So he's a tall, what 6'8"? Well, how tall is he? 6'8", 6'9"? Like
Reese, I don't even know if he's that tall. He's probably like six. He's probably like Drew McIntyre size.
yeah, 6'6", 6'7". Like he's kind of tall. He's super athletic. He could
He's
talk a
six
bit.
five.
Yeah, I feel like we need the. I'm cool with him winning because it just adds another powerhouse into the fray. And we need different storylines, different dynamics, different shit. Gunther is, although his character is edgy and he be talking crazy, and I
Mm-hmm.
fuck with that. But I feel like this would be a different dynamic that WWE is not used to.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like we don't have a lot of people in color that holds the championships have main championship runs, vignettes,
Hmm.
focus on them, storylines built around them besides The Rock and Roman over these last years. So I feel like having Damon in that fray would be fine. So
Hmm.
I'm cool with either one, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But if Damien wins, I'd be cool with it too. Like so
Okay.
I'm just worried if he
Well,
won, he'd be a placeholder.
I don't think this time he would. I
mm-mm.
feel like he was a placeholder.
He was definitely a placeholder
He was definitely a placeholder when he first
for
won it, but
Gunther.
I
Hmm.
think this time he's going to I think he might get a proper run because like I feel like the direction that they're taking him is like you said, he's standing on his own. He doesn't need the Judgment
Hmm.
Day. He doesn't even need Rhea, like on his side. He's just
Real talk,
him.
unless he was clapping.
Mm,
That's the homie Jay. It's the homie Jay. But hold on. I think the problem with certain championship runs is I don't know if you notice, like they get the belt and then it's like, we're not gonna really build shit around you for you to further or continue developing your character or further your storyline or your lore for WWE. It's all right, you got the belt. Now we're going to put you in a quick burner feud just for you to defend it, and that's it. Like when Stone Cold had the belt, they were building up Triple H, The Rock, Undertaker. Like you know what I'm saying? And he's been entrusted in different storylines, and he had the remember the whole shit with Vince like it was me, Austin. It was me
mm-hmm,
all he's
Hmm.
there was different stuff like as a champion he had to deal with. Same thing with The Rock. There's different shit he had to deal with. I don't think Triple H really had that, but Triple H was such a heel that shit just built around him because he was such a heel. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like
Stone Cold was dropping that belt a lot though.
true, true,
Like
but
he would get it and then he dropped it to Kane and then got it back the next night and then a couple
mm-hmm,
months later he dropped the Undertaker and then get it back like a couple weeks later and then The Rock will hold it into WrestleMania and then it go beat The Rock. Like,
if but that thing because he was such a character, it forced Vince to think about different ways or different storylines for him, opposed to just because clearly they was trying to get the belt off him, and the crowd was like, "Fuck that!" Like we want Stone
mm,
Cold, so it forced him to figure out ways to work Stone Cold to continue making this bread and keep him as a main figure in the WWE. So I feel like WWE need to work on that because even that was happening with Cody for a while. We were saying his championship shit was ass, but then when he got tied up in the bloodline shit, we was like, oh, this is fire. This is
mm-hmm,
fire. Him and Roman had that match at Bad Blood. They met up in the stadium. Shit was fire. My man jumping off the turnbuckle to take out Jake.
mm,
Like you have to build story. And I think the shit that they're doing with KO right now is kind of working. KO Randy, you know,
mm,
mm-hmm.
I think it's working, starting to sizzle if they go in the right direction, but they have to build the storylines for these guys.
Yeah,
They have the
I
belt.
just don't know if there what Trey said. Like he was a placeholder. I think his story was that he was going to lose to Gunther.
Mm,
Mm,
So they didn't care how, they got there ultimately. Because remember, the matches he was winning, he wasn't even winning the match. Like other people was interfering, or CM Punk had beef with Drew McIntyre, so he was screwing him up. Like he wasn't just winning the matches. And then when he
mm,
finally had the opportunity to just win, he lost to Gunther. So
right.
and he got screwed too at that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It seemed like he was a vehicle to get to Gunther's title reign and make that dope more than
mm.
it worried about his. So hopefully, if he does win, sometime soon, the intentionality is that we're gonna make something of it. Like with Cody's, it had that lull, but they knew that they was gonna do something dope with it in just a little bit. They were like, "Yo, just hold out until Bad Blood because we got this plan." And then when we got there, it paid off. Similar to like Cody lost at 39. And then we
Mm,
got the ultimate fucking payoff at 40, where we got a tag team match with The Rock in it one night, and then we got Cody winning in the most like shenanigans match of all time the
It
next
really was
night.
though.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like,
But we ain't care. But it
but
really was though. Like
but think about how down everyone was on the storyline after 39. We're like, the fuck is we doing?
mm-hmm.
The fuck is we doing? So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, maybe there's a particular plan for Gunther. That's why I actually don't think Gunther's gonna get to WrestleMania with the belt. So I think there's a chance that Priest does win it. But like,
Mm-hmm.
what does Priest do when he gets it? Because I feel like other people are being like set up to have these moments in April than both of them.
I see it though. I see what they could do with Priest already. I feel like him and Gunther's always gonna have this long-standing
Mm.
rivalry. Like that's they're almost destined to do that. And my man was calling him street trash, hella racist. He was calling him street trash. Like
That was the name of that was the name that they were going to change Judgment Day to.
street trash.
Hmm.
That is terrible.
That was Finn Balor's idea.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah,
Like oh,
Fucking horrible.
and Triple H vetoed the idea ultimately.
thank God
But yeah,
that was terrible. Um,
they was gonna have merch and all that. Got
Mm-hmm.
vetoed, but yeah.
I think like they're gonna have a long-standing rivalry, and then I think him and Finn Balor about to have a long-standing rivalry. Like I feel like he's gonna have a run where he has like three, four different storylines intertwined into one kind of thing. I can see it already.
Hmm.
And I feel like Finn and Dom is about to have a rivalry while this whole shit with Damien is going.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I could already see how this shit going if they do it the right way.
Okay.
Gotcha. Let's see what else. We got big Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins again. They're fighting each other. Um, they
My
just,
nigga.
just just too busy just beating each other up. And I think this is again. Honestly, I feel like this is coming. It's getting close to the realm of all right. Let's kind of wrap this up a little bit, in my opinion.
I I ain't gonna hold you. I thought it was me. Like I thought
Okay.
like I was getting to the point where I was like, yeah, so what we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately Bronson Reed got this catapult by beating up Seth. Seth went away, Seth came back, then Seth beat him, which I still don't know if that was the right move. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's like they still fighting, and I'm like, Seth, why you fighting, son? You already beat him.
Right.
Like, let's move on. Like, you got bigger fish to fry. Like when you came back, CM Punk was leaving. Like, why you ain't like? Why we not talking about how CM Punk a bitch ass nigga and he ain't coming back? Like, where you at?
Mm.
Trying to get to the smoke. Like,
Mm.
where's that type of and like? That's the Seth that was
Where
talking
that
to
came
Matt
from?
Riddle is the Seth I need all the time.
Right.
And I might have to wait till
Right.
January, but that's the Seth I want to see. So yeah, I'm with you. What is the payoff for this? Because this is not
Yeah.
going to be a WrestleMania match. Is the feud not is not significant because there's no title involved. So like, what are we doing?
But I've been told you about Seth. Like they throw him a bone whenever. Like my man can take an L. He doesn't have to win shit. He can take an L. He's that.
I just said that. I just
No,
said I didn't agree with him beating Bronson Reed.
I'm agreeing with
If
you.
Bronson Reed won, maybe this would make some more sense to keep
Yeah,
going, but like
I'm agreeing with you, and that's
mhm.
what I'm saying. Like, I'm taking a shot at WWE. Like, why y'all keep like we know he's nice, all right? Like, if KO could take some L's, nigga,
It's the
so can
fastest kid in the
Seth.
world.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why at one point I was getting tired of seeing Seth and Roman because the belts were just going back and forth. It was always in the fray. It was nothing different. It was just lazy
Mm-hmm.
writing. And now you're seeing it with Seth is okay, he's not the main focal point, but it's like, yo, bro, you can take an L. You don't gotta win shit every time. You can take an
Hmm.
L. And they're not doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Brunson
Mm-hmm.
should have won that. And now if they have a long standing rivalry, if it ends up going to what you call it, Survivor Series, cool, and then Seth kind of got the best of him there, cool. But
Mm-hmm.
technically he beat Seth, so it would work out where they both come out looking strong to a certain degree. You know what I mean? But they didn't do
I just
that.
don't know. I just don't know what it does for either one of them at this point. Because Seth won that other match, yeah, I'm kind of good on this.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if Bronson Reed wins and they say they're gonna go to a third match, I don't give a fuck because it doesn't mean anything for Seth's career. He already established all that. And Bronson Reed, if he ends up losing the series, it don't do shit for his career. So if he wins the series, it's kind of drawn out, and he might have missed his opportunity to be fake Samoan real quick. He like we I feel like we might have fucked some shit up in the midst of having Seth win that match. And I agree, like Seth don't need to win. But shit, if I see a card where it's Bronson Reed and Seth on it, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna believe Seth is gonna win the fucking match. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
believe that Bronson Reed is gonna win, so I'm not surprised that he won either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
over it.
yeah, it's just like I don't know. Figure out something. Give me something
Yeah.
compelling for
Let's get this
Bronson Reed to
going.
do.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get this
just
going.
yeah, something.
Well, they
Not
fucked him
involving
up.
Seth.
They fucked him up. He hit Seth with like 30 tsunami, whatever this shit is, the tsunami shit splash. He
Hmm.
caught him like 30 times with it. The catapulted him, and then he should have. Yeah, Steph could look strong in there, kind of, going back and forth in the backstage, fighting each other. But I feel like when it came to the official match, as you said, Bronson should have won, and then y'all move him. Y'all could still set a long-standing rivalry between him and Seth, but then y'all move him to go do something different. And y'all fucked
Mm-hmm.
him up because of that shit. It's like I'm not y'all made him look weak again. Y'all detuned him. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Nerfed him. Definitely nerfed him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. And honestly, the only other thing I feel like is even like worth talking about is probably the Bianca and Jay versus Liv and Raquel Rodriguez, just solely because like they're trying to, well, Liv at least is trying to, or WWE is trying to hint at something going on between Jade and Bianca, which everyone on this pod here has been saying like we're waiting for that to happen. Um, so I think I'm it's for me it's safe to say that their run is probably coming close to an end. Especially with the way they played it off during the match. You know, Bianca almost rocking Jade. It's like, hold on, wait, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. But I think I think that's gonna be I think that's gonna be something. I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
Mm. I mean, I feel like it might be. I think it's going to be some issues with. I don't know if Bianca. It would be great if she does, but I don't know if Bianca is going to go heel
Mm,
because they're making too much money with her being like, this the best. How can I say? For the little girls who want to strive to be like her, they see her as a super role model. So and they're
mm-hmm.
making so much money off her. So I feel like they're going to do the prototypical thing and really turn Jade into the heel
Right.
because they want to continue making money. I think it's going to be a money thing. But I would
Well,
love for them to do the
mm,
opposite though.
yeah, I think honestly, I think the opposite would also work because it would be a nice little twist. Bianca going heel in a way, I feel like they could turn Bianca heel in a way that she doesn't lose all of her like that fan base. She could go in a way of like, you know what, you've been holding me back type shit. So, I'm just gonna I gotta do what I gotta do for myself. I'm the EST for a reason, you feel me? So I'm just
Mhm.
gonna, you know, yeah, like Jay, you're holding me back. That type of heel is cool. But then if they make her like she just straight up rocks Jade and be like, "Yo, fuck you, I fuck that bitch, whatever." Then I don't know, that's not believable for me. But if it goes like, listen, especially if they lose their titles, you've been holding me back. I've been this champion, I've been this champion, I've been this champion, and ever since you came about, I've just been resorted to a tag champ. Like I need to
Mhm.
get back to me being the EST of WWE. You feel me? So
I don't
What's the
feel like she
difference?
could be the noble heel.
Yeah,
Like I
like I
don't feel
mean,
like she could. She got to be like it. Got to be some shock to it because she is like she's like the Cody. She's the John Cena of their division because she always good.
mhm.
Because of what she represents for young black women. But like we got other role models who could go and do that. I need her to bash Shorty over the head with a kendo stick. I need her to maybe hit Shorty with a car, but we think it was somebody else. But really, we find out it was on some old school shit. Really, we find out it was
and that would be
Bianca.
fire.
Like we like, oh shit, like Yo
Mhm.
Scott wilding like Shorty don't even know English and she just running motherfuckers over. And next thing you know is like, oh shit, that was Bianca in the whip. That was
Word.
Bianca in that Lexus. Like.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
they
bring
just
it
yeah,
back.
needed.
something
I
like
think they
that,
just needed.
something like that, where it's like a shock value, and now we
Hmm.
looking at Bianca like, damn, bitch, I thought we knew you.
Right.
I thought we knew you. And then when she drop her
Definitely
heel merch, that shit gonna sell. You feel me? Like,
Hmm. Absolutely.
do that trick and mellow shit. Like they was having different vignettes shot
mm.
backstage scenes. My man got double crossed back. Like I need shit like that. Bring that shit back.
Then he try to take Trick bitch too.
You know I don't
Oh, I'm
remember
tripping.
that.
I thought he did try. I think he did try to take it, shorty.
Did it? I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
I think he did. Yeah.
You gotta send me that clip. I remember homie basically still on him backstage, but nobody could see his face and all that. Basically
Hmm.
beat his ass and caused him to lose the match or whatever, and then was talking
Then he
crazy
then,
after.
then he like pull up on him like, damn, somebody attacked my man's. Like, yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like low key, it was
Mm-hmm.
him the whole
Snake
time.
ass nigga. Snake
Mm-hmm.
ass nigga. Like, yo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So I need
I
that.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to bring that back. But all right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for Raw, how I feel again. Those three
Oh,
things
can I
probably
just
been
add this one piece
oh you got
to Raw? Yeah, stop doing that mission. Get him off TV. Just get him off TV. You wasting valuable time. We only got 2 hours on that shit. Y'all wasting
mm,
hours of TV time on the. No disrespect. He gonna go in the Hall of Fame. All that. My son was in what Road Rules, and then he was on the Challenge. And he was on Tough Enough. All respecting him. He became a legit wrestler. He's the man. But I'm nothing. Get him off TV. Get him off TV.
noted. Gotcha. You
Like
heard?
pack him up.
WWE,
Yeah,
listen.
facts.
Listen, right?
Facts. Pack him up. It's not
All right, bet.
entertaining. It's not entertaining at all. Like,
Gotcha. I bet. So
What
yeah,
he
this
said.
was exactly what he said, word for word, bar for bar. Let's go ahead and move on to SmackDown, where it was a bit more interesting.
it's getting spicy in that motherfucker.
Yeah, we getting crazy. We got Cody calling out KO, and then Nick Aldis is like, "Nah, fuck out of here. He's not coming back." Wait, is that the right one? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Cody, you ain't gonna do shit, nigga. Like
Facts. You a cake boy. You was a goody goody, bro. Like you
you ain't
ain't
gonna
about that.
do
Like,
shit. He gonna KO gonna
and I
pull up
fuck
on
with you,
you.
Raheem. You feel me? But nah, bro. You ain't. I'm
He
gonna
ain't
need you
about
to
that
tap into
life.
Homelander, like they said.
Mm-hmm.
If for me to believe that you really gonna beat down KO, like. I'm gonna need you to go put your jacket back on,
Mm-hmm.
get your
Mm-hmm.
laser eyes ready, and
Talk your
pack
shit
him
and
up.
get
If
cracking.
you really
Yeah,
with the
get busy.
shits, I need a crazy monologue straight out from the Homeland episode, and he's going crazy, and then you go whoop his ass. Until I
Yeah.
see that, nigga, you ain't doing shit, and you probably don't remember me. I seen you in the gym. I kept it down. You gave me a
Oh, I
head nod.
forgot about that. You
Yeah,
told me about
yeah.
that
You
shit.
you came to my gym,
When he
bro.
was recovering, right? When he
Yeah,
was
when he was
recovering, yeah,
recovering
after the
after
pec,
the
yeah.
yeah, and he know that I realized it was him, and he basically was like, "Oh, thank you for not going crazy." I'm like, "I got you," but I would have told you to your face right there, motherfucker. Like you ain't gonna do shit. Nigga. Like you're not going, you're not going to fight KO. You ain't like that. Like you ain't like that. But I fuck with
Yeah.
you though.
All right. So then,
Right.
another thing I want to point out real quick is they had a triple threat match, for
Oh yes.
the U.S. women's U.S. title at a tournament between Bailey, B-Fab, and Candice LeRae. I would say this, though B-Fab, I haven't seen much of her in the ring. I was a bit impressed with what she was doing. To be quite honest with you, I already know where Candice LeRae can go. I know she's nice,
Hmm.
and of course you got Bailey. Being that Bailey won, which was to me an obvious decision there.
Choice out of the 3. Hmm.
Yeah, out of everybody in the match, that was an obvious decision. I don't think Bailey's going to end up winning the um
Mm.
the belt. I still my bet is on Naomi to win that one. But yeah, I'll just have to say that like BFAB really she impressed me there.
Hmm.
Um so yeah, that's my take on that. I say yeah, how y'all feel about that or you could just
I'm
move
good
on.
on boring Bailey. Like, I'm sorry, BBL Bailey. Like, she
Fuck with
gonna
him.
win this shit. I'm gonna just spoil alert. She gonna win the. She gonna be the first one.
No, I don't
She was the.
think so.
She was one of the first people to get both women's titles on both shows. She was one of the first triple crown. Oh no, she was the first triple crown champion. NXT and both shows. Like she was the first women's tag team champion with Sasha. She's gonna win this shit. So
I'm
yep, she's gonna win this shit. But
fuck it, fuck it, nigga. We back in same shit I did with
yeah.
Cole. Bailey, we ain't trying to see that shit, nigga. Like, unless if you go back to Bailey that was snuffing out Sasha Banks, like that raw Bailey that was tight. I want to see Angry Bailey. Until I see Angry Bailey, I don't care about
Then she got cut all the hair, right? Then she had like the super short cut
it.
or whatever when
Nah,
she was angry Bailey, or she was like
nah.
this with
She
the
still had
half baldy.
nah. She had the ponytail. She was still Bailey with the belly to belly side slam finisher. Bailey,
Oh, the
that Bailey,
hugger?
right? The hugger. She was still that.
Nah, I
Remember
ain't
they,
like that bitch. That shit was
No,
like,
but then she got mad at Sasha. She was just stealing on her every time she seen her. Like she was. Remember, she was going crazy on Sasha. I need that Bailey, angry Bailey.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm nothing.
Um,
Let me get Naomi or nothing, nigga. If Naomi don't
Agreed.
win, this shit weak. It's weak.
yeah, honestly, that's how I feel. Not me or bust at this point.
Yeah,
What was
facts.
the point? Um, all right. So next, we talk about LA Knight Open Challenge. Um, again, the match to me, the match was kind of typical LA Knight shit. It was boring. What I did like was my man's
Yo.
was that the Shinsuke came back. You know what I mean? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy to see him back on TV. I think this is a good way for him to get a push. Hopefully, take the belt off of LA Knight, and he can finally like keep like they could give him a proper push. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, it's the typical LA Knight, same moves. That's about it.
He about to beat your ass. Like, cause you've been going. I mean, you've been going to LA Night for like 2 months straight. Like, like
Bro,
You
this
he
is
call
about
a
to pull
spade
up
a
on you.
spade, bro.
he gonna fight me because I think he's trash. Like
Cause he weak.
Oh, it's
Like,
great. He's trash, or he just kind of whack right now. Like,
nah, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. The nigga was smoking mirrors, bro. The promos is legendary, my nigga.
he
But
could
that
talk.
ring work is dirt.
damn.
That shit, he cannot. Yo, You're supposed to be the superior of the two, right? You in there with Berto. Berto could go.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's carrying you through this match. He got a supercell to make this match look all right on a regular like come on my nigga, like that shit look crazy, bro. He shout out to Shinsuke though. Because if we taking it, he was dressed as New Japan Shinsuke. So if he come
Mm-hmm.
out wilding, we might see some shit. But then
Are
I
we
want
gonna?
Shinsuke to hold that belt for like 400 days or some wild shit and just kick everybody head off and then one day become double champ. Like, cause little do people know he old. Like that nigga like 45, 46. He only
Mm.
got so many more years left to do this.
So now it's the time for him to give him a
hmm
push.
Is he gonna have his regular theme music or some different shit?
It should be if it's New Japan him, it should be something different, which is still fire. Like it's not like the guitar shit, but if he went back to the OG like original WWE shit, I wouldn't be mad either.
Mm.
I wouldn't be mad either. But I don't want him reacting to shit. I just want him to walk out there like mad stoic. Like I don't need him doing all the dancing shit. That shit ain't working, nigga. They ain't letting you win with that
Shit,
shit.
like,
Like let's get to it. Let's just get to the. He's a mercenary. He's supposed to be a mercenary.
mm-hmm.
Like Nakamura
Yeah.
only got 2 losses in MMA in real life. So like, let's lean into some of that shit. Better than no disrespect to LA Knight. Like again, the promos and shit. You can see why he was successful in TNA and other companies, but nigga, we at a time now in WWE where the ring work is important as well. And you ain't gonna get. He's like one of them niggas who he Jeff Teague and them niggas. Like I got an A on a group project, but I ain't do nothing. That's him
What?
right now.
Nah. I feel like honestly, it's also the booking. Like you got to
I
book him
think it's
with
the booking.
people. You got to book
Mm.
him with people that's gonna kind of
So trash niggas.
Damn.
I mean,
people that are more like his speed, his style.
who?
I don't know, and I don't have an answer to that. I just think
There's no
that
the
I just
Big
think that
Show,
that's
nigga. Like
This he going crazy. Yeah, you
I'm
bugging the
saying,
fuck out. Like,
who on the roster is his speed, his style.
listen, he has an old school style, but uber athletic with it. So his ring work remind you of the Stone Colds, the Rocks, and them with a little bit of flair. You jump off the top rope from time to time. Like he does some athletic shit, like in the midst of having that old school move set. But then you're booking them with motherfuckers who are super cruiserweights that can
yeah,
fucking go. Like their whole style is different. Granted, they have like they have a mixture of bags of styles they can go to, but their
hmm
pacing is just different. Them cruiserweight pacing is different, bro. Them niggas
Nigga,
up and
Andrade bigger
down,
than
running
him
around like
and is more athletic than him and do all
he's
that
a
shit.
luchador, nigga. Them
So
niggas is all
I'm
like
just saying. But when you saying that like his style is XYZ, and but he do athletic shit, he it's proven that he's not that athletic.
you compare him to Andrade. This nigga does Canadian destroyers in his sleep. Like that's a different kind of
Spanish
athletic.
flies, all that.
Spanish fly. And the funny thing, if you look at it, he can't even do those move sets with everybody. He does it with specific people, like when he wrestles Rey Mysterio or somebody from LWO. He will
Cab. I seen him doing
who has it?
AEW. Seen him do it in NXT.
It's AEW though.
No,
They
I'm
all do
saying that
that shit.
I'm no, they don't. They can't all do the shit Andrade does. That's one. But I seen him do it in other places without no issue, and he heavier than any other person that could do them shits.
Think about all the matches he's done have, right? And look at when he in the WWE. When you say AEW,
hmm
majority of them wrestle like this hardcore, super up pace style in AEW. That's what they're known for. Their style and pace
hmm
is different. But if you look at the WWE, most of his move set don't happen until he's wrestling somebody who's of the same capabilities. When he was wrestling Rey Mysterio, they bust out like 5 different Canadian destroyers. How many people has he done that with in the WWE besides with Rey Mysterio?
but people got to be willing to do it. Like you have to be trusting enough to Like we talk about it all the time. Like that's a bump. I'm just not willing to take. Some of
That's
them
my
people
point.
is also using rank. Like, oh, nah, I'm Randy Orton, nigga. I don't take bumps like that. You bugging.
Mm-mm.
So like, I can't. That's not Andrade's fault. The other
But that's my
people is
point.
scared to do it. They're not. Nobody's scared to do LA Knight shit, and it's still whack.
But yeah, because his moves. Well, but the point
Go
I'm trying
ahead.
to
Finish
say,
what you was gonna say. Go
the
ahead.
point what I'm trying to say is Andrade is a little bit more. He's way more athletic than LA Knight.
Hmm.
So it's like you and his style of wrestling is just he's from the luchador school. Them motherfuckers is
Yeah.
extreme. They're different. So you can't sit here and say, "Well, Andrade does this." It's like, dude, he's a luchador. Like he's not like a regular Joe like LA Knight that you can say, "Well, he does this." That's a luchador, bro. Them niggas do
All right. So
different
give me an
shit.
example of someone that you would book him with that you think he'll have a good match with.
Mm, I think
Because
of the
Trey
whole
said he didn't
roster.
know.
I don't have an answer to that.
I don't think there is an answer at this current moment because he's not getting the best match he's had in WWE so far is with Roman. And he's not getting that match.
I was about to say Roman too, though. I was
Yeah,
about to say
but
he had a good match with
that's
Roman, but
make that make sense.
yeah,
I think wait, why Shinsuke can do it.
yeah, I
Shinsuke
think
going,
so.
I think Shinsuke is going to be the same thing as when he had that triple threat or when he had that match with Andrade. Remember
They
when he
like you
like
talking about the
fucked up a couple
botching?
times? Yeah, he
You
kept
talking about the
Oh,
botching and
botching?
shit. And then
mm-hmm.
Andrade like cleaned it up for him at the end, and then he was mad.
Right.
Nah, that's what that
Mm.
Shinsuke match gonna look like.
I don't think so. I think him and Shinsuke could probably wrestle at the same pace and not necessarily overshadow one another. I think they could put on a good match
Shinsuke
together.
don't fuck up.
He don't, but I feel like it's gonna. I'm just thinking about like with Shinsuke's strong style and with LA Knight's
Like a
move set.
hybrid. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's. I think they'll
without
get
a
a good
botch,
matchup.
without a botch, it'll be okay. Like Trey, I think I'm agreeing with Trey. I think if LA don't botch, and the end, I feel like Nakamura could go up in pacing when he needs to. I
Hmm.
feel
Mm-hmm.
like
Nakamura could, yeah, he can wrestle multiple styles.
yeah, they'll be all right. But if the LA Knight that we know has been botching come out, then yeah, it's gonna look funny. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, Trey, my fault.
No, no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point I was trying to make. Um, but yeah. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this was a good one. The Street Profits versus the Machine Gun
Oh, I forgot
Crew.
about that shit.
That joint was fire. Um,
That was
and
my
I
nigga.
was I especially like how Champa came out, you know, cost the match or whatever. And now we're starting to see that heelness in the Street Profits because yo, Dawkins straight rocked homie. He just went. He's like, yo,
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm
Shelly.
sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then he just said, nigga,
He
rocked his
slapped the
shit.
shit out of him.
Yo,
He
rocked his shit. I
stole
was like, and then you can see the look on Montez Ford's face, like, yo, yeah, they definitely gonna turn heel. Because again, I get it. I like the story because like they've been getting shitting on to opportunity after opportunity, but not winning because of either some bullshit or whatever the case may be. And then on another note, it's like, yo, are we about to see the end of DIY? Because the way the Ciampa shoved Gargano, like, yo, get the fuck out my face type shit. So it's like,
Hmm.
what are we doing? I think that was pretty dope. Yeah, how y'all feel about that?
I mean, I saw the DIY breakup shit coming. They didn't get a chance to do this on the main roster yet. That was like a huge feud in NXT. They made a lot of
Mm,
money off that, so they're gonna go back to it. And they best friends, so they could take the feud a little further than you probably would normally take it.
mm,
So I think there's a couple of like blood feuds that they trying to get as close to January as possible so that they could take them shits like to another level. So I think this will like they'll hang around for a bit and then they'll go crazy once they get to like the crazier TV moments. But I'm
Mm,
torn. As much as I want the Street Profits to win, I really want Montez Ford to be a single star, and I care more
mm.
about that. Also, the Motor City Machine Guns is dope as hell. I know y'all
Hmm.
niggas didn't sign them, let them win a belt let the Street Profits take the belt from them. Like, nigga,
Nah,
what? Like,
Luck
what
is
we
going
doing?
there.
I have an issue with them getting the belt so early in the first place. That's just, but I said that on the pod before.
You said it when they won, yeah.
Yeah, like I have an issue with them getting the belt off jump. Same thing I felt about Jay getting the belt
They real
so
like that
quickly.
though. I ain't gonna hold you. They real
I
like that.
respect that. I respect that. But they also, I feel like the way again, this is me. I'm an outsider. I'm not in the business and
Trey
nothing
say,
like
y'all
that.
niggas just got here.
But y'all niggas, y'all new niggas. I mean, y'all new niggas. Y'all gotta get
I
in the
ain't put
back of
in
the
no
fucking
work.
line. No work. I just pulled up was like talk about yeah, we got nah nigga, we got now. No, we're not. No, nah. Get in the back of the line, b.
Niggas that what's that, a Nike commercial? Oh no,
Maybe.
that was that Reebok commercial, the AI commercial. I
Yeah,
got
nigga, we
now. I don't
got
care who got next.
right. Like fuck out of here. Get in the back of the line. Street Profits has been. They've been there. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shino. Go ahead.
No,
Go, bro.
fuck all that. They came with the blicky. I support it.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that shit.
They came with you see the engines? That shit is fire, nigga.
It
Fuck is
is,
y'all
yeah.
niggas talking about? Nah. Like, unfortunately, it looked like the Profits is going that route in terms of possibly taking the belt off them. But like, I do fuck with the. I can't even say their name because I'll be fucking up.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, I do fuck with them heavy. Like, hope they have a longer run than we expect. I hope their run is a little bit longer because they have fire ass tactics. But Trey been going crazy. I gotta Trey. This is Hill Trey.
Nah,
Fuck y'all talking.
This is real. This is real nigga wrestling, bro. So
Like,
Trey been straddling the journalist line, and I think Trey at that point now where there's certain shit he
nah.
just don't want to see no more.
Like I'm cool. Like, I have my opinions. And I'm entitled to them. So
Hmm
it's like, nah, fuck out of here. Like they, I feel like Street Profits just need to. Like they've been putting in the work for a long ass time. They've been champs, yes. I'm not saying they've never been champs,
hmm
but I think they need another run. Because again, when they were
hmm
champs, they were going against the Usos and shit. And
So then
then
they wasn't champs no more.
exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like, give them a proper run, and I'm cool
But
with
if
that.
they
Again,
lose, right, Montez need to kick Dawkins' head clean off
which
and
I am all
go
for that.
right off into the sunset.
I'm all
Also,
for that.
Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty shit.
I'm all for that because again, I do agree we need Montez needs to be a single star. I agree with that. But I think the way to set that up is let them as a one final run as a tag team before you break them up. Like let them tag team titles on a nice little run. The fact that here's my thing. The fact that this is SmackDown, right? The fact that fucking what's the nigga's name? Austin Theory and Grayson Waller
Yeah,
were
that was crazy.
champs
Yeah, that was crazy.
before the Street Profits, bro. Come on. Like let's like in the words of my man, right? When it was HB bitch, aka Sinbad, like yo, let's cut the fucking lights on. Like these niggas is they nah. I just think that they need to be champions. That's just what it is. So I need that. Y'all need to make that happen.
Mhm.
If they're going to do it the right way. Change your music, change your style, change your or like
No more
don't like
cups.
no more. Fuck that cup shit.
They were going to do that until Bobby said, "I'm out of here." When Bobby said,
Oh yeah.
"I'm
They
out,"
basically
yeah.
Montez been talking about how they ended up getting left in purgatory when WWE told Bobby they didn't know what they wanted to do with Bobby, and then Bobby was like, "Well, fuck it, then I'm just not gonna work until
Hmm.
my contract runs out," and then they got put on the shelf with him,
Yeah.
which is kind of selfish when you think about it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like you was doing a manager shit. Like I'm sure, like you,
But he was
bro,
still
like
wrestling too, though, because remember they had a
yeah,
match
like you
at
doing a manager.
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah, that was selfish because you was doing the management shit and you were still wrestling. What more do you want? You at least you get to preserve your body a little bit more. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a Brock Lesnar kind of a mystique
Mm.
in the WWE as a super killer. Like, it's you Brock A 1A, you 1B type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I
Hmm.
don't. What more do you want, bro? Like, so I mean, do it the right way. No more cups. Change your attire. Change your music. Start cursing, nigga. Like
Yeah,
all
Bianca
kinds of shit.
and Montez need to go heel at the same time. Be a
Hmm
heel couple. That shit would be
Yeah.
fire.
Yo, my fault, Trey. You keep this
Nah,
your
you
fault.
good.
You're like, oh, with the K5, I showed them having relationship issues, which lead them going heel. I feel like that would be fucking fire if they did that.
Mm.
Like, oh, I
Like
can't do this.
as the reason that they're going here is like, oh,
No,
they.
like play it. Just have it play into their relationship. So like, Montez is not happy about where the Street Profits are. She
Mm,
not really happy about what's going on with her and Jay because you see they already have intention. Then they're just arguing with each other because they're not happy about their career, and then eventually, the shit that's going on is spilling onto their career, and then they eventually just go heel. I feel like that would be fire. I wouldn't say
mm,
use it as a reason, but have it be a catalyst to help.
Just another thing that's
Yeah,
going wrong.
I
Okay,
like
that's
that.
small.
That'd be dope.
That's
hire me.
small.
Um,
I'm out here.
let's see. Or hire
Nigga
you.
dropping his email and shit.
Right.
Put the shit at the bottom, man.
Um, so then I honestly this match between Nia Jax and Naomi for the belt, I
That shit.
didn't really we really didn't we knew what was gonna happen there. But then of course the biggest story or the biggest thing that happened on SmackDown was that apparently they showed that Bronson Reed joined the new bloodline and attacked
Mhm.
the OG bloodline of Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn. Um, I think that was a big to me. I was surprised to see Bronson Reed pull up. I was like, oh shit, okay. But then it had me thinking, all right, so I mean, Seth is pulling up because they got their own shit. But as we said earlier in the pod, that may not be the case. Um, but yeah, I think it was dope. I like how they pretty much. Well, the only thing I don't like is they keep on saying, "No, you got to." Like first, it was Jimmy saying to Roman, "Like, nah, you got to talk to him," in reference to Jay. And now Jay's like, "Yo, you got to call him." Like, just fucking. There's another way. I feel like there's another way for y'all to keep us intrigued of who it is, without just doing the same kind of, "Yo, you got to call him," or "Yo, you got to do this," "Yo,
I,
you got to do that."
I thought on SmackDown there was the reveal though of who he called.
At the end, it was Paul Heyman,
It was the
but
wise man.
yeah, but then his number was just disconnected. But again,
I'm confused by that. I'll talk.
No, so there's a
oh,
callback.
that's long
Yeah,
term storytelling right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in like May, like right before Solo ended up destroying Paul Heyman. Come to find out, Paul Heyman had two phones at some point. He had a phone to answer The Rock, and he had a phone to answer Roman. And his phone to answer Roman got destroyed by Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So when Roman was making the call, we like forgot about that. So when it was
Yeah.
said it was disconnected, people like immediately found the clip and went back and showed you where Solo destroyed the phone purposely. So
Mm-hmm.
there would be no communicating with Roman when Solo was taking the bloodline over. And
But
I was like, damn.
You didn't get a new phone to him, motherfucker?
that's my point. He's like, so from May until November, you ain't get a new phone to talk to Roman.
Well, then he
So
get his fucking neck broke.
true. But you can order a
You know,
phone
old
online,
ass
my
man.
nigga.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. If some wild Samoan nigga drop me on my motherfucking head, I'm not talking to no Samoan niggas after that. The fuck? I'm not answering no
Niggas.
calls, nigga.
None of
Oh,
you niggas.
oh,
You know when the nigga was on Friday, like you got me out here fucking with those people, and he was like, "Oh, you want some old man?" No.
So, all right. So here we go. I agree. My thing is, why did you have a phone with The Rock if you're supposed to be fucking with Roman?
I can answer that because at the time
Mm-hmm.
during because this was at WrestleMania, everybody was on the same page. So he had two
Hmm.
separate phones for the Rock and Roman, two final boss type shit. Everybody was on the same page up until Roman lost. Once Roman lost, that's when the shit split. So I think that's what it was, and that's when around the time he got his shit destroyed because Solo was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm taking this shit over. Fuck out of here."
So I got one more question.
Okay.
I have one more question. So with that being said, do you think Paul Heyman going to show up with The Rock?
So and again, this is why it's so intriguing what's gonna happen on the 30th. Make sure you tap into the live stream, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be able to unpack that. But essentially, yes, we don't know who Paul Heyman's true allegiance is. To add to what Trey just said, Paul Heyman spent some of his Hall of Fame speech honoring The Rock and his family.
Mm-hmm.
And The Rock spent some of before he introduced Muhammad Ali and all that, he talked about Paul Heyman's support for their family and how special Paul Heyman has been to him personally in his career. So, as much as Paul Heyman is the wise man for Roman, he may also be the wise man for The Rock because he was just coming of age when The Rock was a little kid. Paul
Mm-hmm.
Heyman got into wrestling at like 14 as a photographer. So like he's been in this game, longer than most of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
crazy.
yeah, I think that would be kind of dope because again, Rock would be considered the high chief in their family, and
The Rock is the high chief in their
right.
family.
So Rock is the
It's
high
not even that
chief.
he's considered.
So
That's
he's
why this
above the
tribal.
tribal
Yeah,
chief.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I was always confused about this tribal chief thing because The Rock is the high chief in their family.
Right. And the fact that, I think we've said it before, how it's really The Rock who's behind all of this shit. Especially when in Bad Blood, when The Rock pulled up and you saw the clip of Solo saying, "Yeah, it's a part of the plan. It's all a part of the plan," type shit. So it's like
Hmm.
it's one of
Who's
those
playing?
like I think
Hmm.
it's all Rock's plan. In my,
Yeah.
my opinion, I think it's Rock really pulling the strings. He's like, "Yo, Solo, you gonna run shit on the day to day. I mean, week after week, you the tribal chief, but you report back to me. Everything you do has to get approved by me."
What would make it hot if they pull the old WWE shit and they like piece together clips
Hmm.
and like when like while Rock is talking or maybe like they'll show like how the deception started to happen and where did it go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like if they did one of
No,
those,
I think they will. I think this is
that would
set
be
up to
so
do
fire.
that because they did that with. So like the day after WrestleMania, everyone was talking about how people caught on to the fact that Roman hit Seth and he had an option. And a
Hmm.
lot of fans caught on to that. And then WWE played into it by showing that Roman could not control his anger and his vengeance for Seth at the
Hmm.
time that was most important for him to retain the belt. So they played into that as well. So I wouldn't be shocked if they start to piece together like destroying the phone and not destroying the one that connects him to the Rock. And so
Hmm.
maybe he is talking to the Rock this whole time. It was like when and that might have been Roman's best storyline outside of like, stuff, within the bloodline feuds. But when we didn't know who Paul Heyman was supporting, whether it was Brock or Roman, that shit was getting
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Hmm.
mean, this nigga Paul
He was
got hit with
pulling
a
up.
Superman punch, but then Roman hit him with a Superman punch.
Yeah, he
That's
got
nothing.
That got
F5'd.
that too. Yeah, yeah. So that was good.
Remember that once he left for a bit, and Roman was like, "Oh, I guess he's not a part of the family no more. He's not in the bloodline." and he showed up with Brock only to
Hmm.
screw Brock, and Brock thought he was there with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Which
mean that shit could be fire.
I mean, this nigga
What if
could
Brock
pull
came
up.
back?
No, no, I don't think that would be a good idea. Honestly, he ain't beat those allegations yet. I'm sorry, he's
Nigga, he's not
No.
being the fuck.
Uh,
Trey's not.
uh,
I'm gonna be the first to tell you, nigga. He's not being them.
he
He's
he
not
ain't
being
beat
them
them shit.
allegations, my nigga.
So
Though it is, it was said in the documents and shit that he didn't actually sleep with Shorty,
right,
but he was entertaining the contract based on the fact that he would get some pooms.
yeah,
It's neither here nor there.
but yeah, yeah. So yeah, I just think that I think if anything, if Paul, I think it would be dope if Paul shows up November
Mm.
30th, Survivor Series. So yeah, I think he pulls up, and then he pulls up with The Rock. That'll be again. That's another jab, another shot at Roman and his babyface run. Um,
Ooh, I didn't even think about Paul pulling up to Survivor Series. I was just thinking about these other teammates, but if Paul pulled up, Bloodline won't. But the OGs is losing, nigga.
that was solidified though. If Paul pulled
mhm.
up with the
But
Rock,
then they just lost, didn't they?
Who?
yeah,
OG?
yeah,
Then the OGs, yeah, they just
Crown
lost
OG
Jewels.
got their
because
ass beat.
Cody and Roman won, and then the OGs lost, so they can't lose again. They supposed to like win this, and then or maybe I don't know. We gonna find out. Shit, crazy. I
Yeah,
don't know who gonna win either.
right.
I feel like to keep the shit going, maybe don't have a winner. Make it a become an
In
all
War
out,
Games,
In
make
war
it an
games where
all
anything
out
goes.
brawl. Almost anything goes, and it become
it
like a
already is
brawl, and
though.
nobody really nobody. There's
No,
no
you gotta have a.
definitive winner.
Unless Jacob bring in the Blicky, which he might, according to his past criminal history, he might. Um, unless he bring the Blicky, nigga, somebody's getting pinned or submitted for the win.
Somebody's taking that pen. There's gonna be a clear winner. We may not agree with it, or it may be on some bullshit, but it's gonna be a winner. Um, but yeah, all right. If y'all got nothing else for the weeklies, we can move on to our top five. This week's top five is going to be your top five wrestling attire.
Damn,
So let's think down to the fits. What niggas is
damn.
wearing to the ring. I'll start off because I think I got some good ones in my opinion. So I'm gonna go no particular order. I'm gonna go with Shawn Michaels with
Okay,
the tights
the
with
heartbreak shit.
the heartbreak shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Undertaker when he was the Phenom, but Phenom Undertaker when he had like the big
What
shoulder
color
shit.
gloves?
It's the
Oh
black one,
no, you
not
talking about no, you talking about the
Ministry of Darkness. Sorry, the
Ministry of
Ministry of yeah,
Darkness.
that's what I'm sorry, not the
Yeah, that
Phenom.
shit was tough.
The Ministry of Darkness. Undertaker. Um,
It's like the
I
devil for real.
facts. I got now, peep Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Stone Cold Steve Austin with the red braces. When he had the red knee braces when he was
Okay,
heel.
okay. Heel Austin, okay.
Heel Austin, and then I got Kane, but Kane with the full one sleeve and then the cut off sleeve there. Not
Mm-hmm.
not the too long sleeve or the tank top Kane. Not talk about the
Okay.
that Kane, and then I got one more right. Damn, Joe. Oh, I got it. Honestly, and y'all probably gonna be like, whatever, but Bianca Belair, her shit be fire.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
facts.
lie. Her shit be
Yeah,
fire. And she make her own shit. So yeah, her shit
yeah,
be
yeah.
fire.
I was gonna say I was gonna give Bianca. I was probably gonna put Bianca in my top five as well. Man, this is actually tough. HB, you got five?
No,
Oh
but you could
shit! All
go.
right, bet.
You know he's slick. Nah, I don't got nobody.
I'm gonna go with RVD because the airbrush
Ooh.
shit back then was tough, and he was doing
Mm-hmm.
like different ones, different pay per views, and sometimes it had to do with like who he was wrestling and shit. I'm gonna go. Um, I'm gonna go Charlotte because she did like a
Mm-hmm.
dope play on like her pops, and like her biggest matches would be she would have like a robe or some shit that was connected up. That was fire. Um, I ain't gonna hold you. I gotta go with Seth. Seth has
His
either done
old
some
joint.
wild shit
Mm-hmm.
or he's had some like when he did the white and gold a couple. I know he had like became double champion of white and gold. He be putting it on. I ain't gonna hold you. He
That
definitely
shit
do
was
some
fire.
shit where I'm like, yo, nigga, I don't know what you wearing, but like the
Mm-hmm.
fact that you could wrestle in that, like shout out to you. But yeah, so who I said? I said Seth, um, RVD,
Charlotte.
Charlotte, facts. Who else is tough? Damn. I'm gonna give it to Bret Hart because the nigga was wearing pink at a time when like wasn't my fault, man.
This is why you gotta go
I tried
first.
to let you
Every
go
single.
first. I tried. I'm gonna go to Bret Hart. Niggas was not wearing pink. My son did not care. He was gangster, and he had the glasses and the leather. And you know, if you had the
Mm-hmm.
leather in the '90s, you was him. So
Mm-hmm.
like, nigga had the leather, and then fuck it, we gonna bring it home. I'm going with Demon Finn with
Demon
the
Finn.
paint, the hair,
Mm-hmm.
little shit, all that. Oh no, he ain't undefeated. He lost the fucking
Roman.
Brock.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah, that was some bullshit. When
That's
the light
bullshit.
went out and then he felt
Mm-hmm.
like I don't count that shit. He's still undefeated in my book. So those are my five.
All right. What you got, HB?
Nobody. Fuck.
I literally tried to let you go first.
I got Naomi.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
she
I like that.
for
Be throwing
me
in
it be the hair though. Like she be putting
Yeah.
words and shit in the hair too. Like yeah, she be killing shit.
Sting
Which
when
one?
Sting.
he went Wolfpack, nigga, with the red paint.
Okay,
That shit was
Okay.
fire.
I was fucking with the crow sting.
Yeah, the crow
But I
thing.
like both. It could be either one, really,
Mm.
because it's like he
Mm-hmm.
did the crow shit and you didn't think he would change, and he pulled up with red face paint out of nowhere. It was wilding. Like, so, Sting, Booker T, when he went King Booker as well. He was out here
Okay.
wilding.
Well, I say you talk about Harlem Heat Booker T, or because I'm like when he
Booker T in
was.
general. You had Harlem Heat Booker T, then you have King Booker T when he was wilding. Then when he pulled up on WWE, my man had what you call it, pants and
Or
shirt
the
going,
linen suit.
and little so
Nigga,
he
nigga, that
super
was a
kicked the
fit.
shit
That
out of the
wasn't
ring.
no ring attire, nigga. Like,
It wasn't, but
nigga
it
said
was
this nigga
fire,
was
nigga.
nigga had his church suit on and
He
shit.
put on
Like,
though. He put on though. Like
Mm,
I give you the
his
Harlem Heat shit though. I did used to fuck with the Harlem Heat little ring attires back then because they used to do like it was like leather and they would do different colors and shit with the fire. That shit was tough.
hmm with the fire shit, right?
Hmm.
Um, those are the three I have in my mind so far.
Niggas ain't fuck with the Hollywood Hogan.
Fuck out of here.
that
I
nigga,
thought
bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought them like the little he would do the airbrush with almost anybody that did airbrush at that time. I was like, oh, that shit was tough. Like
Stop
Rick
mentioning
Rude was
Hogan
putting
on this.
his.
Stop mentioning Hogan on this
That's
I'm
true. That nigga
surprised.
podcast.
Yeah,
racist.
I'm dead
Big
surprised
fact.
he mentioned Big Papa Pump with the.
Oh
Facts.
yes.
He had the airbrush too, and he had
Remember I
the
said this
fucking
in previous
headgear.
episode. If anybody
That
can
nigga's a
find where you get
sexual
that
deviant
chain
wearing that
mesh,
shit.
holler at your boy. I need to get that chain
Holla
mesh shit.
if you hear me.
I would dead pull up. Like if somebody could find me that shit, or my mama, I'm doing that shit. Uh,
um, I'm surprised
um,
you say who else.
Go to a BDSM shop. You can go find that shit.
it's crazy. I get caught.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you know what store I seen HB come out of? I can hear it now, bro. Nah.
First off, you would wear it out the store. That's a fucking nasty nigga. Like he come out the store with that shit on. Like
Freak
With the
nasty.
shades on. With the shades on.
This shit hit you
yo,
with one of those.
oh
um,
man.
Um, I'm surprised you also didn't say KO. We said it earlier in the pod, but KO. because he having different shirts. I mean, granted, the ring attire is kind of the same with the shorts and shit, but he had
Hmm.
different shirts for the event. Like especially when he was tagging with Randy Orton, he had the
Hmm.
R and then the KO and his shit. That shit was top fire.
Oh,
Cody.
honorable mention.
Mm,
Shane McMahon. They got the best Jordan collection. And I ain't gonna lie,
facts.
my nigga was putting them baseball jerseys on. Nigga.
He had the
He was
Shane
killing
O'Mac
them
joint
shit.
was
The
fire.
Shane O'Mac
Yeah,
shit. Mm-hmm.
and he had every yeah. He pulled up.
Mean Street Posse, fuck out of here.
Mm,
Shit
I'm
was
surprised I
tough.
didn't even say like Jay Uso. I feel like Jay Uso had a
Jay,
good, especially during his single run when he like main event Jay Uso before the
Nah, he
whole
wore
beef
too much
shit.
blue for me. I'm going with Jimmy. Mhm. Going with Jimmy. Jimmy was putting on. My son had the all red Air Force Ones. Yeah, he know what time it is.
people, we do not affiliate with anything. We are just motherfuckers that
He
like
did have
wrestling.
that. I ain't gonna hold you though. He that red Nike Tech that
Oh,
he
Jimmy.
had
Hard though.
on Jimmy had. Well, that shit was fire, bro. That
That shit
red
was
Nike
hard.
Tech was type fire.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
No affiliation, but the shit was fire.
no affiliation. That shit was fire. But damn, I'm trying to think who else. Jay low key got a fire tire too. I ain't gonna hold you. Jay
Jade.
Cargill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. She be putting
yeah,
hmm
on. I don't know who make
yo,
that shit. It's underwear though.
yeah.
It's truly underwear for real. Like,
And I ain't complaining.
yeah. You know when people like,
Um,
oh yeah, this person insecure. Jay man is not insecure at all.
not at all.
Cause she be
Would y'all
butt
feel some
booty
kind of
naked
way?
almost. Some of them fits is they crazy, bro. Some of them is kind of crazy. Like some of them
Yeah.
is like you know this motherfucker's at home on brick, like watching the match. So like
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you.
on
I'm a brick
cinder,
boy.
they on
I ain't
cinder
gonna.
right now.
I ain't
Like
gonna
come
hold
on
you.
now.
Nah, this new trend. I don't know if y'all peep, but the new trend that they got the women wearing the little leg joints that go right under their cuff. That kind of
Oh yeah,
accentuate
yeah, yeah.
like
Everybody
Jada
in
Parker be
NXT got him. Shawn
yeah.
Michaels.
Cause Jada Parker was wearing that. No of them just try to say. I mean, even Rhea was wearing shit like that too. She
Hmm.
had that shit
hmm
too. So yeah.
Rhea put on in her own little special style and way and
hmm
shit. Somebody like it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
I've
in the
been telling her
golf like.
she went a little bit from the golf to a little bit more girl. Like she had like remember when she came out, she was like heavy in the golf. She had the short haircut, the
Hmm.
crazy like the super like pale makeup, like.
Hmm.
And now you see her kind of go like a little bit more balanced with it. You still see the semblance of a golf, but like she's a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
basking in her femininity a little bit more. Like you see it. I'm
Yeah.
with it. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who else? I mean, damn, there's somebody else I feel like that had a fire fit. I
You
can't
know,
think
I'm
of
gonna
it.
give it to the Dudleys.
Mm-hmm.
Like early WWE, but probably much more ECW. Because
The
they used to wear
Dickies.
them 3D T-shirts, and they used to bring them shits in every color. They had black, they had red, they had blue. Like shit was tough, man. It was like tie dye, and it had like yeah, they put on, and it was
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Like if you ever notice, some of the writing it would say how many times they won the belts
That's fire.
on the shirts. Yeah.
No, I'm mad I didn't mention this person.
Oh,
And he has a crazy film with or every damn time. Rey
oh,
Mysterio.
oh, fuck. Sorry.
Yo,
Yeah,
Rey
yeah, he got
Mysterio
it.
literally be like the Joker one was fire.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
like a cat, not Captain America, I guess, but yeah,
He
like
did the Aztec joint. I don't know if it was
mm-hmm,
WrestleMania or if it was Royal Rumble. One of them two, he was like pulling out crazy shits every year. Like every
yeah,
time he was on a card, he was like, you people were just waiting to see what he was gonna do for his
mm-hmm.
attire.
Like with the mask, like the mask match and the attire, that shit was fire.
Also, I did a Gucci mask already. Like,
They say he's a huge Gucci guy.
yeah, nah. If you see him outside of
Yeah, he
like
remember
yeah,
Gucci.
he got Gucci on all the time. Damn.
Maskless Ray was putting on, son. Maskless Ray was out here wilding, son. Like
When he was in WCW.
when he was in W, he was out here putting on. Um,
Why don't he just go back to it though?
I don't know. I don't
Like
know.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he almost didn't come to WWE because like they he thought they was gonna tell him to keep the mask off because
Hmm.
he wanted to go back to his mask, and Vince was like, "Yo, put that shit on, I don't give a fuck." Like
I
Hmm.
actually prefer him with the mask, honestly, but that's
I
just me.
do, but like I think that there's a time for everybody to like kind of step out of that
Mm-hmm.
and get your flout. Like so when he go in the Hall of Fame, then they gonna have the mask on.
he's
I
probably gonna
think
take off his
definitely.
mask.
I
He
think
should
he'll
take his
put it
mask
on.
off.
I think. Well, he already in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Mysterio was in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Oh, that shit happened 2 years ago. Facts. He
And he had
is.
his mask on.
It happened in
Oh
L.A., right?
shit!
That happened the same
Mm-hmm.
weekend that he wrestled Dom
Mm-hmm.
in a one-on-one shit. Yeah, that's right. You know why? Didn't nobody give a fuck about that? We did. We did. The only thing that was fire about that shit was Dom entrance coming out the paddy wagon and shit. That was the only fire
With
shit
the
about that.
purple, he had the purple mask that
Hmm.
he wore when he faced Eddie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fire.
that was the only. Yeah. Other than that, like, yeah, if I never see them two niggas wrestle again, that my life would be great.
The Diamond Ray.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the longest feud ever. Dom, once again, Dom is one of the best heels ever. Let's put that out there.
Mm. Yeah, but I
And
pretty much
yeah,
yeah.
nah, niggas. Definitely, yeah, it was. We seen some fire shit for sure.
And I'm sure I'm missing something. I'm sure
Oh,
there's something I'm like,
did I ain't say Ric Flair?
nah. You said Charlotte.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna get Rick also. I'm gonna give it to Charlotte because it's a little different and it's like
Mm.
newer and shit. But I'm gonna give it to Rick too because nigga got us wearing fucking rollies and fucking 3-piece suits and shit, alligator shoes. Nigga had he had the crazy fucking robes, $1,000 robes with all kinds of shit. Yeah, he was playing on. He was
Yeah.
putting on. He was like a mix between what wrestling used to be before his time, and then what wrestling would be moving forward. So shout out to Rick, man, old ass nigga. I don't know how you still alive, bro. Nigga still out here drinking and shit, partying and shit. Like he ain't got nigga barely got a liver and shit. Come on,
Clearly, that's the way to go. You start partying
nigga about to start going hard now. Nigga,
they
we do
living
that shit
long, right?
tomorrow, we're gonna be dead. Like
Facts.
within a week.
They
Facts.
going skiing and they partying. If you catch my drift,
Nick, didn't he have like 8 heart attacks at one time? Like, and he pulled like a Lamar Odom. He can't be doing no. If he doing coke, he's a dangerous man. If he off
Mm-mm.
that cocaine at his age, the nigga like 70 something. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Nah. But yes, all right, y'all. Thanks again. That's the rest of another episode of RNW Podcast. Be sure to check out our live stream for Survivor Series on the 30th. It's gonna
Shit
be it's gonna
going
be a
down.
time. It's gonna be a time.
Grab your
Um,
beverage.
I
Grab your
mean, pull up.
snacks. I mean, if you got a shorty, tell her to come sit next to you. Grab her ass while you watching, and like let's tap in and
mm-hmm,
enjoy.
Real
You
shit.
know some great wrestling.
mm-hmm.
It seems like the main event gonna be crazy. We might see The
Yeah.
Rock. We don't know who we gonna see. Might see fucking Paul Heyman at this point.
I'd be like,
So
mm-hmm.
yeah, tap in. Maybe we get a surprise and Gunther drops the bell or something. Is the
You never
women's
know.
mid card shit gonna be there?
I think so because I think they're
Oh, that's
doing the
gonna be
tournament
fire.
now.
Yeah, see,
I think
we
they're
doing
doing
history.
yeah.
We making history in that motherfucker. So come join us and make history with us. First live stream.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to tell your peoples you remember when you was at that shit.
Facts, facts. It's gonna be a good time, y'all. But yeah, y'all be cool and I'll holla at y'all.